So, last time to recap things for the viewers at home. You all managed to start off on your journey towards Hyperborea. You stopped temporarily to camp. The next day, you stopped for a few moments to try and check on a strange meteor, to which creatures of light suddenly tried to attack you. You managed to finally hit strike at them and were able to fell them. And with this, you also cracked open the meteor and found it had a core of star metal. Taking this and continuing on, you progressed until you decided you needed to look for food and possibly another place to camp and found an elephant to hunt.
Yeah, I think the elephant killing was the last thing we did because then we had
Yep.
to stop.
Yes, the end of the Battle of the Elephant is where you left off, and so it is not time to decide what you're going to do with the elephant.
I think Thelona rolled for that already because I see there was a survival roll on the chart in the chat.
Yeah, but I don't think it took.
I don't think that was for. I don't think that was for actually doing that. I think that was for something else.
Wasn't one of the suggestions Ivory?
I believe that was something that was mentioned, and it's not going to be very hard to remove that. I mean, the entirety of the tusks are ivory.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be like you need a roll above a 5.
Couple
Oh,
of
look,
swings of
you got
Garroth's
tusks.
hammer, and yeah.
With roll 20, you'll never know.
All right. So I guess the question is, what do you want out of it? And
Is there supposed to be music playing?
it
Very
is.
lightly in the background.
I even turned it up.
Oh, I might have it turned down so I can hear you all, because it seems like I have two modes. Either music blaring and you all sound like you're in the background, or I can barely hear the music.
Fucking hell, that's why my freaking something was set up to block the audio.
Weird.
Can you try pausing it and restarting it?
Yeah, I was just going to say, have you turned it off?
There we go. Yeah. Okay, I actually hear it now. That was I don't know how it was because I noticed there was something like
Felt
there was like
something was missing.
well, looking up at my web URL, there was like a play button with a no sign around it. I was like, what the fuck does that? Something in some security thing in my browser disabled autoplay. I don't know. I don't know why, or probably a recent update to Firefox did it.
I was going to say, that's something that's wildly bothersome.
Well, that's half your problem there, but that's my own personal opinion.
Firefox is usually not treating me wrong, but it's my main browser for streaming these days. Anyway.
I've just been using it because I had issues with Chrome, so I haven't used Chrome in like over a year.
Near away.
Which before that I had actually switched to Chrome from Firefox. It's like when one of them does something that pisses me off, I switch to the other one until that one pisses me off again.
I have both Chrome and Firefox, but I have a bunch of ad blockers and stuff on my Firefox, so I use it whenever I have to go to the skeezy side of the internet. You know, the not quite legal side, when I need to go get that episode of a TV show I missed.
That's where you also made site, but yeah, anyway.
That you just admitted on a live stream.
Oh, I've admitted it on a live stream before.
Anyhow.
But it's not like I'm one of those people that do it all the time. It's, you know, if I'm gone and I miss like a CW show or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm hopefully HBO Max is going to fix that.
So what do we need to roll for?
Well, first of all, it was going to be, you know, who's going to help me on this?
Yeah. Who is going to try and help roll for survival?
I have terrible survival, so if anyone would help, it'd probably be Garroth or Theobald, I would assume.
Survival or
Wisdom is my dump stat, so I'm not skilled in survival, so I'm like awful at survival rolls.
I got a +1.
Trying to think what all would actually work for this. Medicinal is not exactly what we're looking for. I think it'd be more survival, and Would nature work for that? I'll check.
Nature's more of an int knowledge. Is that plant poisonous? Is that plant not poisonous?
Yeah,
You
that'd be
know.
more of a, is this edible? Yeah. So yeah, that's not exactly it either. So yeah, it'd be a survival check then.
I'm just a strong person who's stealthy, so I'm not really good at a lot of skill checks that involve my brain.
Theobald actually has a
But
+3
here's
survival.
here's the other end of this equation. This is a very large creature.
Mm-hmm.
If I can use athletics somehow.
This is a very large creature. The less people on it, the longer it's going to take.
Oh, okay.
And here's the other problem. This is going to get gory.
I know, because elephants can eat it.
Both.
Have you ever seen a butcher clean a carcass? You ever seen his entire hands get red? Multiply that by a creature, 5-6 times that.
I could roll to hold it steady for you.
Geralf and Theobald both have +3 survival.
Then they should probably help.
Unless they want a fourth person, but yeah.
Poor Giselle was like a +1.
I'm +1 too. So.
I could just play music for you while you cut the meat.
Play on your flute. Play the flute, the song of your people to give them a bonus.
I just laugh if Ozzy just playing and singing this really good tune. And all
Actually, you know what's funny? I just realized something. I could technically give somebody a bardic inspiration for this, couldn't I?
Yes, you could.
Because you could use it on an ability check. I could give somebody bardic inspiration.
Clean the carcass. Yes, it's. I've had that done.
Because I only used one bardic inspiration in the last. Actually, Thelona never used the one I gave her already. Because the fight ended without you ever using it.
Without me needing to use it. What was that inspiration? Because I don't have that written down.
It's a D6 when you can add it to a skill check.
Okay.
I would laugh if.
Because I don't think it has a time limit on it. I think you have it until you use it.
Or till a long rest, I would assume.
You used that was during the fight with the creatures, or
With
It was during the fight with the
colors, yeah.
I'm double checking that to be sure, because otherwise, I probably will use it for that if I can.
Oh, I got prestidigitation. I can clean you all up afterwards.
It lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, never mind.
Well, I'll use my other one then. I'll play the flute and give you another bardic inspiration. Because I only used one of them out of my two, so I can give you the other one to use for this. Especially because I'm going to regain them when we take a long rest afterwards anyhow.
Okay.
Actually, that's the other question I was about to ask before you officially start on this, though. What's Thenona's survival at?
It's a +3.
Okay, so it's the time with everybody else. All right, so it's a horse apiece.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna want to save that for when you gotta do something hard, like probably skinning it to get the meat and trying to not completely ruin the hide.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, my question to you, Matt, is: do I have to roll this at disadvantage?
Because you don't have tools.
Because I'm using improvised tools.
I would say it would be that you don't get any normal bonuses. It'd just be your survival skill. If you had actual butchery tools, you'd get bonuses.
Here's the thing: I don't really have the butchery skill. I mean, I've been basically using straight up survival.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you still don't get any bonuses. It's just straight up survival skill checks for everybody.
All right, normal roll then.
Yep.
I was worried I was going to have to do this at disadvantage.
I think what
it'd be a disadvantage if you were trying to do something really complicated. This is a freaking elephant.
Yeah, I think the thing is if you were actually proficient at skinning, you'd get your proficiency bonus on top of your whatever your skill bonuses.
Yeah,
So
I would have a basically, though, I would have a set of like skinning tools. The thing is, if I was the GM and they were normal skinning tools, I would announce them insufficient for this particular thing. Because this isn't a deer, it's a fucking elephant.
Yeah, in which case going to makeshift tools would still not give you a negative, but it still wouldn't give you a bonus either. Again, it's not like you're trying to do something overly fancy. You're not trying to make sushi here. You're trying to take apart an elephant.
All right.
This is a blunt force trauma attempt.
Well, you definitely want to use that
That
inspiration
D6?
die.
Yep, let me Well,
Oh,
the D6 helps.
Yeah, that makes
Wow,
it a 13.
okay. Yeah, that makes it a 13. I'm gonna say, so this is just to attempt the elephant in general.
This is to basically start prepping the elephant, yes.
All right. So.
And, was I getting assistance?
I'll
Yes.
be back in a sec.
Speaking of which, boom. So much for help from Theobald. And boom. Well, at least somebody can do something around here. Theobald kind of, you're trying to set up the elephant to get ready for butchery. He seems to be completely lost and almost stumbles over the damn thing a couple times. Geralt doesn't seem to be as quick as you are to getting this set up, but he does seem to eventually get it by the time you're ready to start getting ready to chop into this thing. So
But
that's...
Before Thelona does that, she removes most of her possessions because this is going to get bloody.
Oh yeah, Geralt immediately is going down to loincloth, and he's gonna have to look for somewhere to clean his loincloth or put it away for a while.
Prestidigitation.
Apparently the
All
wizard wants to clean his loincloth for him. Alright.
Alright, so make another roll.
Yeah, and as Theobald gets out of his heavy armor too, it's just like, yeah, this is gonna get messy.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that
Oh,
sucks.
jeez. Oh, dear. Oh!
That was Theobald.
That was Theobald.
Rolled a natural 20 on the second part.
Alright, so you start laying into it and you're fucking up the hide. Meanwhile, the guys are laying into it and they are getting some smooth, nice, clean cuts. They are opening this thing up without any issue and they're starting to already save hide around the legs and stuff.
Alright. It's big enough. Can I try again?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is gonna be a three more rolls, 2 more rolls after this to keep going.
There we go.
All right, as you're getting further in, you are definitely getting cleaner cuts, and you're starting to peel it back a lot more easily. You're starting to get a grip of it. Oh, Geralt is starting to fuck up though. And
Wouldn't that be
Theobald.
Theobald?
No, I rolled Geralt first.
Yeah, he probably
This
still had
time.
Geralt's sheet open, so he just rolled on him.
Yeah, Theobald is barely keeping it going, and Geralt is starting to fuck up a bit. He apparently hit a hard spot. And final rolls. You're keeping it. It's not doing great, but you're keeping it steady. Theobald. Oh, he's keeping it, and he's slightly improved. And Geralt is no longer messing it up. So I'm gonna say overall, you managed to keep most of the hide. You are able to very easily get most of the ivory tusks off of it, and you've got as you're chopping up the meat, you've got weeks of this stuff, and you're already looking at the giant pile of meat going, we can't carry all this. But before you all decide it's time to you're good and done, and it's time to clean up, you immediately start looking for a place to put up a fire pit so you can take a big chunk of elephant and start cooking it.
Cooking it, seeing if is there enough brush around here where I could build something where we could smoke it?
You're technically in the steppes, and steppes is nothing but like tons and tons of like tall grass parched around dry areas. So yeah, there's lots of brush.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say there's still the occasional tree.
There,
Can't
there are
remember whether
occasionally
it's a tree, but-
trees, and there's a little tree here or a tree there, and some big stones. But yeah, there's lots of brush everywhere. Technically speaking, technically all that tall grass is brush in of itself, and there's occasional
Yeah.
bushes and other things too scattered within.
So I will make another survival roll here to construct a makeshift smokehouse.
All right. It's rickety on one side, but it's standing.
Well, as long as it's good enough to smoke the meat,
Mm-hmm.
start some meat smoking. And then my character, who is buck naked except for a massive coating of red.
Oh, let me clean that for you.
realize-
How much of that spell do you need to cast in order to clean
Yeah,
someone?
you're gonna have to cast it like a dozen times.
It's a
Because
cantrip though.
prestidigitation. Yeah, no, I know.
We know it's a cantrip, but you're gonna have to sit there like casting it for an hour.
Because I believe that's a cubic foot. If I recall prestidigitation.
Yeah, to completely clean everybody off, you're gonna have to be casting that for like about an hour.
Yeah.
You're gonna be, if you do that, you're gonna immediately need to go to bed. Because you're gonna have a headache just from constantly channeling magic like that.
Yeah, you can instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. So that would be like probably prestidigitating each of us at least 6 times, if not more.
Well, actually, yeah, an hour is extending it a bit. You'll be constantly casting this spell for like a half hour, essentially. If you're going to clean all 3 of them.
Clean all 3 of them.
Thelona looks distinctly uncomfortable with that.
Zareth, are you saying anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
You're going to go for it? Alright.
And I can just imagine when Flona is being cleaned by Elena, they go behind a rock to do it, so the guys don't try to peek.
Nah, she doesn't give a shit.
All right, right in front of the guys.
The guys are too busy just kind of going, ugh. Matter of fact,
She seems more uncomfortable with having magic cast on her.
yeah. Theobald is actually kind of sitting there going, oh god, it's all over in my beard.
It's everywhere.
Azina just kind of looks at Giselle and goes, "Aren't you glad we didn't help?"
Giselle
And
kind
then
of
the-
looks up
and
at you
then
for a
this little
moment,
thing.
smiles.
You swear to God, at the top of your vision, you swear you see the words, Thelona will remember that.
I didn't know this was a Telltale story.
Alright.
Thelona will remember those who helped and those who didn't. Slight sting of tension music in the background as the dialogue disappears. So okay. Takes you about half an hour or so, but you do eventually
Light
Yeah.
a small
square foot by
campfire.
square foot clean all of them off.
Like, I can light a small, with prestidigitation, a small campfire or something, so we can get the smoke we can to smoke the meat if you want to.
Some of the meat, anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, basically you got the smokehouse going constantly, trying to smoke as much meat as possible, and you've got the campfire going so you can try and cook as much of the meat as possible as well. Obviously, not all of it's going to cook, and you're probably
Yeah.
to be honest, you're probably eating some of it as you're cooking it, and everything else goes into mainly being
Elephant
preserved.
steaks, yep.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and Azina does help with the actual cooking part, though. Because I mean, she specifically had the chef show her how to cook.
That's right. You do
For that
technically have a
reason.
bonus for that.
Should I actually roll for that?
Sure. That'll give you at least, I believe, a +2, wasn't it?
I think. What would that be?
Or actually, no. It'll be advantage.
Trying to remember what did we decide the roll for cooking was though?
It's
Survival, isn't it? Or no?
usually a survival check, yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's survival.
Unless you've got cooking tools, in which case it's a tool check.
Kidding me? With advantage, I rolled a 4.
What'd
Got
you
some charred
roll?
steaks.
Let's see. If
Rolled a
That was
2.
a 2 and a 4. +1, -1.
Elena's gonna get
Boom, 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 boom.
It's slightly better.
Xena chars the first steak. Valena gets one off just before it gets completely charred. Valena doesn't do much better than either. Theobald immediately after being
Of
being
course she
cleaned.
doesn't. It's not crocodile.
Theobald, having been recently cleaned and just was starting to gear up, is like, no. Just quickly steps in and no better than Valena.
Nobody here has cooked elephant before. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's always like the steak is not cooking through. Fuck, it's on fire.
Just to round everything off, Geralt tries to step in.
And gets it medium rare.
There you go. Plop. The first
And
perfect
I
steak,
think
and he just
everybody
keeps
else
going.
just glares at him. Long look.
Actually, when Gareth gets one gets one right, Azina tries to mimic Valena's voice and go, "My hero."
It's on her. I know.
Do
he's
you
sleeping
have
out
ventriloquism
tonight.
as a skill?
No.
Technically, he is a bard, though. Technically, Azina is a bard.
Actually, I could actually do that with. I have the minor illusion cantrip, which can be a sound. So yes, I use minor illusion to make it sound like Valena said, "My hero."
Geralt looks up slightly confused for a moment because it didn't come from the same direction.
Actually, that's the thing about minor illusion. It can.
Yeah, I could make I could make the sound come from where she's standing.
So she heard it
yeah.
too, and then he kind of looks up, nods at her, and goes back to cooking, not expecting
And she's
anything
like-
unusual.
And she's just like, "I didn't say that."
And no, that's what Valena exactly does. She has her hands over her mouth, going, "What did I just say? What did I just say?"
And yeah, it can be anywhere within 30 feet of you.
It's the other
'Cause I
side of the
remember
campfire. That's 30 feet.
I actually freaked out a pirate that's trying to board our ship one time with that because I made like a tiny image of himself being impaled and appear in front of him, and he freaked out, like dropped his grappling hook thing that he was using.
Yeah, Valena's just holding her hands on her mouth, freaking out. Going, "What did I just say? Am I going mad? What's going on?"
Well, if you want Garoth to try not to believe it, it would be an investigation check against the DC.
What's the DC for that spell?
13.
Yeah, it's your base DC.
So it'd be intelligence check, or would it be something else?
It would be an investigation check.
Oh, investigation. Yeah. Oh.
Valena figured it out. What happened?
Valena immediately just goes, "Wait a minute," and you start staring daggers at Azina.
Yeah, Valena just points at Azina and goes, "You!" And just pounces at her, and it just gets into a large cat fight.
Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure you want to do that with the girl that has 16 strength?
We're not fighting with weapons. This is a cat fight. It's just girls, 2 women going.
Two women wrestling as Geralt tries not to focus. Nope, I'm cooking the meat. I'm cooking the meat. I'm doing good right now. Nope, nope.
I'm gonna try to grapple Valena.
Opposing strength check. Felina.
Actually, I think her dex was her jump stat.
You are immediately grappled by Azina.
I'm going to wait until I start seeing actual damage done before breaking this up.
Yeah, you just see Alzina pull Valena by the hair, going, "Ah!"
I grappled you, not pulled you by the hair.
Yeah.
Probably got you in
Oh,
like,
that can be a grapple.
probably got you in like a full Nelson or something.
Valena tries to kick Alzina off and roll in the mud.
Alright, so Valena's trying to pull out of the grapple. Roll a strength check. This time Azina cannot stop you as long as you beat the 12 this time. Oh, there you go. After a few moments, Valena does finally squirm out of your grasp. But that's her action, so you can grapple her again.
I just kind of
This is going to be tonight's game, ladies and gentlemen.
I just kind of look at her, and I go, you know, I would continue this, but I'm pretty sure you want to reserve wrestling for Garroth.
She just blushes and walks away.
You hear from the campfire, I heard that. Even though he's remained focused on cooking the meat right now.
She
Slowly
just
turning the
blushes and
spit
walks out
and making sure he cuts it off a decent amount of time.
Thelona sits down and she mutters something.
Perception!
Who rolled it?
Me.
Actually, here, oh, what is it called again? Brain.
History check or investigation?
Yeah, that's what I was just wondering, is like, how do you gauge how well you hid that?
Deception.
Yeah, I guess roll deception.
Which I'm pretty sure she sucks at, but let's see.
Oh!
You still rolled high.
Oh yeah, she muttered something, but you still couldn't tell what.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
You
Theobald
heard
is
the
next
word
to Giselle
dinner
watching all this
involved,
going
but-
on and just has a chuckle.
You heard the word dinner involved, but
Nope.
Azina sits down and eats her burnt steak and cries.
Quietly cries every time.
any of the NPCs wanted to try to listen in?
You know what? He's always one to nose in. Theobald's going to try and have a listen on that, actually. And here's the problem. He's got a +3 to that perception. Oh, nope.
And failed horribly.
Nope.
I was gonna say +5 didn't help me, so
Does Giselle want
You
to? What's
almost
her
made it.
perception like? Her perception is a +0. How much do we want to bet she actually hears it?
Nope.
Nope, never mind.
I'm
She
kind
tied.
of I'm kind of surprised that our scout has low perception.
That is an issue.
She's not a scout. She is a thief. She steals
True.
things.
Yeah, but it's just perception is something I kind of associate with the whole stealthy thing, so I'm kind of surprised that she doesn't have anything in it.
Actually,
It depends on where your points went.
um,
Perception is wisdom based.
yeah,
So you know, if you have a high dexer, doesn't
she
mean
has
they're
a higher
wisdom.
dex and she has a higher intelligence.
Now
So she's probably got higher investigation.
the cleric should have a freaking high wisdom.
Yeah.
That's
and he
kind of
does
your
have a
main.
natural +2 or 3 to that, I believe.
Yeah, that's you just rolled abysmally low.
Yeah, he just rolled abysmally low on that die. Yeah, he has a natural +3.
My perception's so high though because I got 2 things in it because I got one from my class and one from my background, I think.
Wisdom is Thelonious dump stat.
Like,
So-
the funny thing is wisdom is my dump stat, but I still have a high perception bonus because the fact that I actually invested in the skill.
now,
Mm.
my dump stat was either going to be charisma or wisdom. I went with wisdom because I kind of wanted some a couple of the charisma-based skills, performance and intimidation. And I used strength for intimidation anyway, because yeah, that's freaking insane.
So Blena goes off to the bushes and just blushes for a while.
Well, by the time you come back, by the time
By
Valina
the
comes
way,
back, there's a
Gareth
plate of
didn't try
steak.
to hear.
Hmm?
Gareth didn't try to hear.
No, he's
That's right,
busy
he's-
focusing on cooking the food. He doesn't want to burn it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one that
As I was,
succeeded. He's the one that succeeded, so we just let him do it.
He's cooking elephant right now, and as I've been trying to say for the 3rd time now, by the time Valina comes back from calming down, she does find a plate waiting for her with elephant steak on it.
Is he cooking for everybody or just?
Basically, he's cooking for everybody, so you don't have to eat the burnt steak if you don't want to, Azina. There's plenty of food still cooking.
Someone who's used to living at sea doesn't like wasting food.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
It's just one of those constant barbecues going on. It's like life in the Australian outback right now, just one big barbecue.
Gonna need
I'm
a
sure-
lot
I'm
of
sure-
water.
I'm sure the wolf will appreciate the steak.
What? Well, I don't know. What was the lowest roll we had?
Was that a
mine was
6?
the 4. Mine was a 4.
4. Yeah, the wolf
got-
might look at that one and go, "No."
Funny.
It'll look at it and go,
Raven
maybe the
has-
middle of it might be nice, but I'm not touching the outside. That thing
I've
wanders off.
Funny thought. A raven has mimicry. So what if it heard and repeated what Valona said? Would that be possible?
I'm sorry, you're like a million miles away again from your microphone.
Okay, so what if my raven has mimicry? What if it heard what she said and repeated it? Would that be possible if it made a good perception check?
I doubt your bird heard it if nobody else did.
It's got +1.
I really doubt it. Give it a try, but I'm not expecting anything. People that have a +3 try to predict.
Not
try to
only
figure out what he's
that,
saying.
isn't your bird's mimicry something you specifically have to kind of try to push it to do?
Yeah, I still didn't succeed.
I was gonna say though, because like everything your birds learn to do is stuff you specifically taught it. I don't think it would just randomly pick up.
I'm just
I don't think it would-
random thought of noises I don't want it to learn.
Yeah, you should not talk about it just randomly learning phrases that you didn't encourage it to learn.
Oh, baby!
That's exactly where I was going.
Gareth, you're so censored.
Censor, Garrow, censor, Garrow, censor.
The day after, the bird said nothing but harder. Yeah.
Oh yeah! No.
I just have this silly picture in my head. Have you guys ever seen Animal House?
Not in a long time.
I've
Remember
never
that
seen the
thing
full
with
movie.
John
Yeah,
Belushi
yeah, I know. We
where-
know what it is.
I just pictured a raven with a stare, just bouncing up and down, looking at it on, and raising its eyebrows, looks back, and it just falls over.
Okay. We're not just randomly bring up movies so we can actually progress.
Sorry.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to assume that he just finishes cooking what's on the spit. Do we want him to continue cooking while he's awake?
There's plenty of meat. We can all give it a whirl.
Like, I mean, he might as well cook and like prepare at least enough for us to bring along with us, because we're not going to be able to take all of it because it's too much.
Yeah, but this is not including the stuff that's also being smoked for long term.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my question is, would he have to roll again, or does he get
He
to
would
keep
have
it?
to roll again for the next batch. I would argue for that, at least.
I would say that this is enough then.
All right. You probably got at least another... I want to say everyone's probably got at least another 2 days worth of rations, because he's probably a big chunk of elephant. That's probably why the first batch of it burnt too, is because it was probably too close to the fire.
And like we said, none of us had ever cooked elephant before.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mixture of too close to the fire and not done this before.
Those
Gareth just
steaks
hopped
might
in
have
at
been
the right time.
might have been a little too thick in that
Mm-mm.
first batch too.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of, I'm gonna up his rations to 10 now, since he's adding to that technically.
Oh yeah, I guess I should add that to my rations.
Yep, like I said, 2+2 to food for everybody, which means that Randy can actually add rations to Thelona now.
Thelona had rations, just not a lot.
Actually, I'm gonna leave that be, because I'm assuming that some of this has been actually used up.
And with all that elephant, like Azina did not even consider setting up her trap again. She's like, no, not gonna bother.
Not even going to bother. We're not even going to finish cooking this stuff. We're going to have to leave a ton of it behind. The hyenas are going to be very happy tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like, why bother? Why bother setting up a trap and having to clean it if something actually gets caught in it for no fucking reason?
Actually, I have to turn that on for this. Apparently I did something to mess this up. Oh well. There we go. Alright, update people's the NPCs, foods, stuffs. So I take it after a bit more camping, everyone goes to sleep again.
Yeah, gas tiny hut again.
And cast a hut so you can hide the camp as soon as everyone's starting to settle in for the night.
And Belina makes Garrow sleep in the hut.
You mean make them sleep in the tent?
No,
Wait, what?
she's still mad about him successfully cooking dinner and being smug about it. It's like
fuck.
one of those. It's like when you cook, sleep on the couch kind of situation.
I don't know if Geralt's gonna understand that.
Yeah, now you just made him look very baffled and unsure what's going on. Just kind of mopes a bit and then wanders off to lay down on his bedroll.
I'm gonna hit the long rest button on my sheet.
Long rest. Speaking of which, I believe, yeah, Giselle in particular needs a long rest. Boom.
Good old. I think I remember. I saw seeing the tiny hut spell on the list on the list of spells you can pick, and I'm like, oh hey, no need to worry about standing guard.
Oh yeah, that spell is really useful.
Just make sure someone is up before the dome goes down.
I think
Right.
the coolest thing I've ever seen is when two players combined Tiny Hut with Magic Circle.
I've heard of that one. I've heard of combining Tiny Hut with a magic carpet or something else it'll like. Basically, they made a dome where everyone could sit inside of it, and it was lifted off the ground.
Yeah, that was my story.
Ah.
Yeah, we did that on Bob's game. Fly over basically a lava field that was spurting.
The other one I heard of that was creative was, I forget all the details, but I don't think they went into all the details, but essentially they used someone's like a combination of a couple things, but in particular used feather fall so someone could like Hulk jump. Because it's feather fall, it's also going to be feather jump, so you just launch yourself. If you got enough strength.
Tiny hut and tensor's floating disc.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Just
But the
run.
other thing is, I think we'll mostly be all right, like with this, because even if something happened like right after it came down, we have a fucking wolf with us that's probably going to be more alert than any of the humans.
You have a wolf and 2 easily roused, easily pissed off barbarians.
Easily roused barbarians that don't have good temperaments.
And even in the hut, probably sleep with their weapon right at hand's reach.
Oh yeah, Geralt is never without his axe at least his axe by his side, if not the maul on the other side.
Did Linda need a long rest at all?
I think...
Did you use any of your spell slot? You used magic missile a bunch of times.
Yeah, you use magic missile, so yeah, you're probably better off using it.
Yeah.
You get all your spell slots back for the next day.
Leave it. Kind
A lot of
some of the meat, leftover meat, and leave it.
What are you saying?
She's gonna cut up basically a piece of meat and leave it for the wolf outside as he stands watch.
Oh, okay.
Valona may actually cuddle with her sword in her sleep like a teddy bear. I'm not certain.
Once in a while. You're my closest friend, sword. Snuggle. Nuzzle the hilt.
Blaine is gonna snuggle with Tombs.
I was looking at my spells and I just remember that when we were in those ruins when I freaked out Garroth because of the fact that I had my unseen servant carry an item that I had cast light on through that watery tunnel, and it came up next to him, and he just saw a floating, glowing item.
Rah!
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that's according to the barbarian lord. That's messed up, dude. That's the moment where you jump back about 5 feet and go, by Crom's beard.
So this is an uneventful night.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's an uneventful night if we're continuing on here.
Well,
Oh.
hopefully the wolf doesn't mind the creatures that are probably going in to start picking that carcass.
Yeah, you might see the occasional hyena, maybe another actual wild wolf occasionally. Some other carnivores kind of come up throughout the night and take a chunk of the elephant and run off with it. They smell humans too close by, so they're being very quiet about it over the night and then run off with it. But none of them stick around to actually try and be a pest.
Are there any raccoons?
You see one giant dire raccoon.
A dire raccoon.
God.
Comes up and takes all our packs and runs off of them.
Well, fortunately, the packs are in the hut. Probably the raccoons.
Yeah, it actually smells you guys and tries to put its giant paws inside the hut, but is stopped by a dome and it keeps feeling the dome, kind of around, and then just goes back to the elephant, picks up a chunk, and runs off.
Meanwhile, 2 other raccoons are sitting there trying to build themselves a wedge and a freaking cart to haul off the elephant.
Right.
I don't know why I just randomly wanted a pet raccoon.
It wouldn't be impossible in this era.
We'll call him Bandit.
Thieving frickin' squirrels. Or raccoons.
Anyhow, so nothing happens.
So nothing major happens. By the time morning rolls around, most of the nighttime creatures have wandered off to their dens again with a big chunk of elephant. You probably don't want to mess with the rest of the elephant unless you get something off the top.
Are any of the pieces of bone valuable at all?
Piece of the bone?
Yeah, the bone. It's like
The
grind it up.
skull, maybe, but
It's too big.
like-
It's too big to try and carry.
Exactly.
It's big and very unwieldy. Unless you have like a cart with you, that's no reason to try and grab any of the big stuff. Unless you have a particular
Grind it
art
up
piece
for
in mind to
a-
use the bones with.
Well, I meant like grind it up and use it for a remedy or something to sell.
The only thing you do that with would be the tusks.
Oh,
which
okay.
we already removed, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, there's some uses for bone meal, but
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say you can
elephant,
make bone meal, but it's not gonna be that particularly useful. There's
yeah,
enough bones around to make bone meal out
Yeah,
of
it
to
wouldn't.
begin
It
with.
wouldn't. It wouldn't be different from any other bones. I don't think.
correct. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
It'd be no different than if you did it with deer bone or.
Be no different
They're
than deer
just.
bones, wolf bones, human bones.
There'd just be more
Now,
bones.
you don't know around here, but it might be that in some countries, elephant penis may be an aphrodisiac. But
Maybe some of those eastern shored valley at sea types might be interested in that, but not immediately in the vicinity. No.
picture the two raccoons holding the coward fast and going, "They're onto us! Run!"
The raccoons ran off the elephant's junk. You just see them suddenly get this large thing and then immediately right off over the horizon.
Anyway,
I don't know about you, but these are the biggest prairie oysters I've ever seen.
anyways, if there's nothing else from the elephant, then I guess we're just gonna head out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not much else. Oh, also, I should mention that you probably we forgot to mention this. So you have a ton of hide, which I assume you probably left
I've
out.
got it.
Which I assume you
I-
left out to dry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've got a ton of smoked meat,
hmm
which I've at least added to my rations. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah,
I
I didn't say to add the smoked meat yet, so there's probably even more
Oh.
additional food there as well.
Oh,
Yeah, there's the
I-
food. There's the food we want to eat over the course of the next day, and then there's the food we want to eat over the course of the next week or two.
hmm So I'm gonna say since you're the one that did most of the smoking, not Valena, the Thelona, that you add like additional like 6 rations to your stack, and you can just consider to hand that out whenever you feel like it because it's preserved and you can have it for a long time as it is.
Okay.
And you can hand it out if you need to later on.
All right.
All right, so obviously everybody has breakfast and they all get up. The dome finally goes down, and I presume you proceed to resaddle horses, pack up camp, and go again.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right.
We mainly stopped because those freaking those light things made a mess out of us.
And then we realized we needed food and went hunting.
Yeah, then you
Yeah.
stopped because you decided you wanted to get some more food. Not that you needed it. You all had plenty of rations, but let's make sure that the GM don't mess us up. Let's get even more of the more rations.
Well, Thelona only had like one that she was
Yeah,
stretching out.
I was stretching a single day's ration. Because I figured we would have gotten rations at town, but we forgot.
Kind of raced off.
Gotta go save the day! Hee-haw!
All right, I'm pulling up the big road map here. Going to reshare it in chat so everyone knows which one we're looking at for the moment.
We're on the road to Hyperborea.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that picture of a donut won't help us.
No, it will not. This one. And I'm gonna open up a tab to put this current map in there too. So I'm gonna say it took
I really
you.
wish this map would work on the main board.
I do too, but it's fine enough. So you reached the corner, I believe, the first night out.
The corner above steps.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just about reached the corner of the first night, so that you just had your second night now. So I'm gonna say you're just about as far down from the corner now from there.
Okay.
So you're looking to get to the Graskell Mountains by the end of this day.
Okay. So it's a long journey west.
Oh yeah, this is not going to be quick. I believe, according to what I read in the rules, if you're going fast, you're getting like 30 miles a day. And
Is that on foot or on horse?
actually, that's a good question. Let me double check what that said. It was 180 something, I believe. 75, 81. The environment. Wait. Oh, I think it was too. Okay, fast. Travel pace. Distance traveled per minute, hour, day. Effect. Difficult terrain.
30 miles is on horse, usually, from what I can tell.
Okay.
30 miles per day for a small mounted company.
Okay, so you
Oh,
can
wait,
reach up to 30.
5e says 60 miles per day. Okay.
Oh, okay. So actually, 30 miles is not too bad, all considering, because that would actually be normally you don't suffer a -5 penalty to perception. I would judge that if 60 is full pelt, then you're probably doing at least 30, probably even better than that.
Okay, actually, 60 miles is if the party has access to fresh horses. We don't, so it's 30 miles. Okay.
Okay, so
Fresh. What does fresh horses mean?
It means that every 8 to 10 miles you switch horses. You Pony Express it.
Oh, yeah, that's
you're
not
hopping on a well-rested horse and you're going full pelt again.
Yeah.
that'd be really weird. I don't see how you would really be able to do that.
Well, that's what the Pony Express did back in the day. Is they just had a whole bunch of way stations that the riders would, switch horses, and then that horse would rest until another rider came on, and it would switch to that. It was just kind of back and forth.
Yeah. It would just switch from the horses would just run full pelt from one station to the next, and then they would probably get a day or two of rest.
Yeah, because they'd go at a full gallop rather than, normal speed.
That's the old way of the meal. But yeah, you're looking to definitely be starting to pass around the northern side of the Grasskull Mountains by the time your nighttime is up for the day.
Okay.
I assume you're all gonna be on the lookout for any oddities.
Yep.
Does anyone want to do anything character-wise while you're on the road? Because other than, of course, obviously taking a lunch break too, I assume.
I think Lynn's gonna hold on to her medallion and pray that she makes it in time when she gets to Hyperion to save some of her normal. Not all.
Are you going to kind of pray to her as you're doing this?
Yeah.
Just kind of silently pray to her. Okay, I'm gonna say you focus on the medallion for a little while to kind of do a quiet prayer to yourself, and you do get as you're doing this and kind of coming to close on your prayer, you do feel a rush of calm, soothing wind go by, and it definitely feels like it's a kind of quiet mention of everything's going good so far.
I'm keeping my eyes open for any more impact craters.
You can see for quite distance, but so far you're not seeing anything else at the moment, at least.
Are we still passing by trade caravans at all?
Yeah, you do see other groups still passing by on your way. Even as you're taking a break, you do see one trade group that does find pass you from the same direction that you're going. I will say that whereas you saw nothing but constant enslavement to the first couple days on a lot of these trade caravans, you do see a few more this time that seem to be straight up normal traders and not just slavers. So it's not always pushing humans around. Occasionally you do see the normal guys. As a matter of fact, you do also see one guy going the other way who's just got this big ass wagon. He looks like he's definitely from closer to the Valley at Sea, and he seems to reek of silk and spice merchant. He's possibly hurrying on his way back to the shore to try and restock on spices.
That's fine.
All right. While we're going, I just keep my eyes open for bandits. Any sign of bandits?
All right. I'm gonna say both of you don't have anything to roll yet. The mirror drops, while they do happen, are not always frequent, and they're not always in Hyperborea either. As for bandits, um, sure, there's occasionally bandits out here, but I'm gonna say that they have to be a pretty hardened group to be out here, because you're also talking about them trying to bandit slavers. You fuck up a bandit raid on slavers, you become the new slaves. They're going to take all the trouble you caused them out on your hide. And you don't get to die that night. So, yeah, that's a thing. So
Still, where there's silk traders, there's going to be bandits.
Yes, there's still the definite possibility that there are either very hardened bandits or very cautious bandits that might occasionally still be out here, but you're not seeing anything currently. You do see a few like trails on about, but they do seem to be mostly just wild animal. You don't see like horses trampling off into the middle of nowhere currently. At least by the trails you can find.
Right.
All right. I assume you just continue the day as usual and get to another resting point. Which, by the way, as you're coming to your resting point, off to your left, you do see these huge chain of mountains that are growing ever bigger, and you do see some more stuff to the west immediately of you that's starting to peek over the horizon. But the stuff to your south is darn near looming at this point.
Okay.
All right. So, you said it's getting dark?
Yeah, we can move down till night. So I'm gonna say that. So it took you one day to get about there. Second day would have been about here. So I'm gonna say third one. Yeah, you're basically right up against the road is not up completely against the foot of the mountains, but you can see where the mountains meet ground now for sure. You're at least close enough to see that at this point.
All right.
Because you're in a mostly flat area.
Well, we're in a mostly flat area. That makes it easy to set up camp.
Mm-hmm. That's what steppes are. It's mostly giant fields and lots of brush, occasionally bits of tree, maybe a small-ish forest here or there, but not that frequent.
How far away are the actual foothills?
For
From the road?
From the road, yeah.
For the mountain from the road. I'd say you could hazard a guess that it's maybe. I'm not even gonna. I would hazard a guess that maybe it's a mile, maybe 2. It's hard to tell, but it's so flat you can see most of it all the way. So it's roughly about another mile, and you could be almost touching mountain.
Okay.
Because according to this map, you get really dang close.
Yeah, it's more of a concern because, if I was bandits.
You'd be climbing up the mountains and peeking down, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, taking nothing else that you guys are looking for at the time?
Not really.
All right.
How dark is it?
I assume that by this point, if you're this close to the mountains, you're probably setting up camp. So it's getting into evening. The sky's going orange. Another hour or 2, it'll be completely black.
All right. I'm going to wait until about another half hour, 40 minutes. And I'm going to really take an active look again at the mountain and see if I can see anything that looks like they might have torch fires.
All right, so you're leaning towards like when it's going to get dark enough that anyone stupid enough to have lights will be noticeable.
Yep.
All right. So you kind of wait around, maybe have a little bit to eat as time passes, and you wait just for nighttime to fully set in, and you start looking at the mountains. Give me a would that be a search or would that be a perception? I think it's.
That would be a perception.
Yeah, I would think that's technically a perception. I don't think it would be a search. Search would be mostly poking around at it. You don't see anything.
Does Azina notice what Zalona's doing?
I'm not being I'm not trying to do it quietly or stealthily.
Yeah, you just kind of notice that
The only,
Thelona at
the
one
only
point.
question is, do you see me in the dark?
Well, none of us are really sleeping yet, so I think I'd
None of you are
notice.
sleeping. You're all around a campfire technically, and even if you had a dome up, you'd still be close enough to be seen near the fire.
I kind of walk over next to her. I pull out my spyglass and go, "This might make that easier."
You might want to search the foothills, looking for any form of fire.
Do I get any extra bonus since I'm using like a?
Since you're using the spyglass, yeah, you can get advantage on that since you're using something that's going to help you try and spot things out. All right. You're looking around. You initially don't see anything at first, but as you keep looking around for a few moments and you're starting to scan a little further towards the west, you do suddenly start to see a trail up into the foothills. So there has been somebody going up there. You don't immediately see anyone yet, though, as you continue to look around.
Yeah. I kind of I hand Thelona the spyglass and try to point her to what I noticed.
It takes you a moment, Flona, but you see the trail too.
Has the dome actually been raised yet, or?
No.
You don't run race that until you're going to actually go down for your rest.
Okay.
Because it's only up for 8 hours, and you're going to be spending that exact 8 hours sleeping.
Right.
So as far as anyone's concerned, unless they can see it clearly, you guys are out there camping until the light suddenly goes out. Even if you leave the campfire going all night.
All right, I'll hand the spyglass back and go, I'll be back. And I'm going to take off into the darkness.
All right. So what are you planning here?
I want to head to that path, and I want to see if there's any marks of recent travel on it.
Okay,
and I know it's a mile out, and I'm not traveling on horse. I'm going on foot.
Yeah, you're going on foot, so you're going to be less noticeable, at least from a distance. And you're going to check out the trail for any more recent prints, essentially?
Yeah.
Any recent prints, any recent campfires, etc.?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I guess give me a search on this one then. This is becoming a search now.
Yeah, this is more of an investigation.
Yeah. Okay. You start going up the trail. You don't initially see anything for sure, but I'm going to say that by the time you get near the top of where this path goes, it seems to get to a peak and then it goes kind of splits off around in different directions. But as you're getting up to this peak, you do notice that right around here does seem to be a possible area for sitting and waiting, and you do see a fire here. And it does seem like the fire is still partially warm as you reach down to check it out. So someone was likely here within the last 24 hours.
Okay. But there's nobody here now.
But there's nobody here at the moment. And they might have moved up one of the two paths, or they might have been left completely and went off on the main road somewhere.
All right, I would like to make a survival check to try to check, basically kind of do a tracking.
Okay, you're going to try and do tracking. All right.
Try to figure out how many people were here.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of see if I can get a rough estimate.
All right. All right, you do a quick bit of tracking, trying to guess how many people were near this fire. Your rough guess is possibly somewhere around 6 people.
All right, and with that, I will start heading back to our camp.
All right.
And I will do it quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it's going to take me a slow time to get back, but...
It takes you a longer time to get back, but okay, yeah, I'm gonna say that. All right, yeah, you get back. You do check back once in a while when you do like kick a rock by accident or slip a little bit, but every once in a while you have to do that, and you stand still for a moment, check back behind you. You don't see anyone, at least currently, coming after you. And you manage to sneak your way back to the camp, which is still openly there.
And I'll sit down next to Azina and say, "There's a camp up there. Looks to be about a day old. About half a dozen people, probably bandits."
Go. Well, if they are bandits and they mess with us, they'll get the same thing that every single pirate that's messed with us got.
No capults. All right. So that's gonna be it for the night then.
Probably.
All right.
I mean, we have the dome, so
Yeah, you have the dome for protection, and obviously someone's gonna be up early. Heck, more than likely, both Felona and Geralt are up early just to step outside for practice anyway.
for sparring, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even more likely now since he's been kicked out of the tent. At least he was the night before. Now
Show
he's
me
just
that.
sitting there looking confused, not sure what to expect.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind beating Gareth like a drum every morning.
I'm sure he doesn't mind it either. He needs to practice once in a while anyway. But I hate to start feeling like he's getting rusty. By the way, you've noticed since the first time you sparred him, he's actually gotten a lot better at taking hits and not really showing it. Seems that beating him about the head has been toughening him up a bit.
Yeah, take enough blows to the head eventually, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alright. The night passes. Come the next morning, the both of you get up early for your usual sparring, look around a little bit first, being cautious because of what you saw nearby, but as far as you can tell, there's nobody around.
Oh, yeah, since the day went by, I should probably reduce the rations by 1, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's rations go down by 1 day.
Yep, because we were eating good. We ate elephants constantly.
Hopefully elephant doesn't make me fat.
Going straight to my thighs. Okay, that's weird.
Hmm.
Try to open Geralt's character sheet, and now it's just a little ghost bar that says Geralt. Closing that and trying to reopen it. What the hell? Okay, I double-clicked on it, and now it's opened up properly.
I've had that happen to me before.
That's the first time I've ever experienced that. That's weird.
How many more days travel is it to Hyperborea?
You'll be able to cross the border into Hyperborea today,
Oh, okay.
as you're getting up.
Then,
Probably about midday you're going to be crossing, or midday or a little bit later you'll be crossing into it, most likely.
Elena preps herself, cleans her. Is there like a lake or water nearby?
It's the steps. There's maybe occasionally small bodies of water. I'm going to say maybe you find like a little pond not too far off from camp.
Yeah, there's if anything, there's watering holes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's an occasional bit here or there where you can eventually find water. It's still a pretty warm temperate area, although you are starting to feel that cold wind from the north and the west of you.
Elena is gonna soak her dry and like go to a private area, declothe and get her dry and just slowly splash it on herself and just kind of clean herself up, prepare herself for whatever she. If she arrives, she'll arrive looking proper.
Trying to look prim and proper when she crosses the border into homeland, basically.
Great.
All right.
But that's what prestidigitation's for.
Now you remind me.
Would have taken like 5 to 10 minutes to do it that way, anyways. All right, so everyone does their morning preparations, gets geared up, and gets back on their horses again.
There's been no sign of anything from the south?
If you're checking again, no, you don't see anything currently. If there is anything up there, it's laying low.
Okay.
So about there, so
Our
about there,
reputation precedes us.
So yeah, I'm gonna say like, a little past midday is when you finally reach the border into Hyperborea. That's also when the road starts to dip more towards the north again, and you're definitely feeling that chill wind starting to kick in. It's not like frozen or anything yet, but you are starting to feel the cold, and I'm pretty sure not too far off you're seeing some spots that look like they're probably staying cold and not on the mountains.
Ugh.
Some spots actually look a little more lively because they've been constantly frosted over at night and then melted in the morning. But
Probably there's at least a couple of us here that feel that cold wind, take a deep breath, and just go, ah.
oh yeah, at least 3 of you are just like, this feels more like home.
Elena just closes her
Actually,
eyes.
technically 4 of you. I forgot about Velena, yeah.
Yeah, Elena just takes in the wind and just kind of reminds her home that like it's been forever since she was getting out and taken away from her group. So it's been forever. So it feels like it's been forever. It's probably been a couple weeks.
Trying to think. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks to almost a month since last time you felt the natural wind of your homeland in a while.
So she's just taking it in, enjoying it as she comes in and pairs like her satchel with the winter clothes.
All right.
Alzina and Giselle are probably the only ones that really feel completely out of place here.
Ignore that.
Ignore that.
I was trying to look for something I'm not seeing.
And accidentally clicked on something.
Yeah.
I heard a beep, but I didn't actually see anything enter in the chat box.
It did.
I think it's that stealth. No, actually, no, that was the stealth from earlier. I didn't see it either.
Okay, it must have just popped up for me then.
You might have did an invisible roll, which wouldn't show anyone else.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how you would have done that though.
Not even sure how you do that. I've been playing this thing for a while now. Trying to think. So yeah, you're passing over into Hyperborea. You're starting to feel a bit of that chill. It's a similar chill for the barbarians as well as Theobald. And yes, Velena is originally from this part of the world as well, so this is feeling all but too familiar to her at the moment too. And you're starting to finally start to turn away from the mountains and starting to head off more into actual Hyperborea itself. I'm going to say at this point is when you notice ahead of you that the road does a weird little bit of a dip. It kind of almost looks like it was carved between a small down the middle of a small hill, and it's doing a little bit of a dive as you can. It's the sides of this particular road cliff are like maybe at best 15 feet. It seems like it was almost unnecessary, but it also could have been just that it was naturally there. People just start treading down it.
So it's a single file through, or
it's wide enough that you can go at least 3 people at a time.
I think Velena will go first.
Sorry, what? Hold on, what happened? I lost.
You're starting to head north along the road into Hyperborea now that it's starting to turn north again. And there's like essentially it looks like there's a big divot of a hill. It's at most like somewhere around 15 feet taller than the rest of the ground around you, but it seems to be where the road is headed and it's well traveled. So it just kind of goes through this like little small area that's about roughly between 15 and 20 feet across, where people seem to normally cross through. Seems to have just been a normal small cliff face that people just have taken to traveling through to get into Hyperborea.
Velena goes first to make sure it's safe, and because she's a little eager to get home.
Actually, before as you're trying to do that, Alzina actually grabs Elena by the shoulder and stops her. Says, "You know, this looks like it would be a really good spot for an ambush. Maybe you should have your bird fly around and check things out."
Go, Tim, and he just flies out.
All right, so you're sending off your bird to have a scout out.
Yeah, make sure there's nobody like waiting up above the road to like, drop anything on people or anything.
So yeah, I believe you said the Raven has a word for if it sees something that it believes dangerous.
Yeah, it just says danger basically.
Just repeats danger. Okay.
I was gonna say, does it follow that with Will Robinson? Yeah.
Yeah.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Danger, bitches! Wait, that wasn't right.
So I know you trained it for birds. Did you train for like wild animals? Did you train it for anyone else, like normal humans or?
I think I did, and
Okay.
they got really annoyed with the bird because it can be all sorts of dangers and can't, because it says danger, you can't tell one from the other.
All right. So it's yeah, it probably took you a while to get that to sink through that occasionally humans are danger too. So you do send it off, and it does eventually come back, and it does actually start going danger. Actually, no. Give me a search check. I might have just foiled this up now.
Oh yeah, you did.
Give me a perception check for the bird. I believe I had a +1.
Yeah, +1.
I have an idea how stealthy they're being, but we'll see. I'm going to private roll this because that's pretty darn close.
It's just we're going through a pass where there's there's elevated areas on the sides, and my brain immediately goes, "Wait a minute."
Okay, I'm gonna say this. It comes back and says like danger once, and then pecks at your shoulder. It seems to have found at least one thing that it thought was dangerous.
If only you had the ability to communicate with the bird instead of just having it say one word.
I don't think wizards have that spell.
Danger! Peck, peck, peck. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think the wizards actually have a communicate with animals spell. That would be more of a druid thing,
Or a ranger.
or a ranger as well, maybe, to some degree.
I know there's some magic items that do it, but
Yeah, and there's magic items that can help with that too. But as far as you can tell, it found like maybe one thing that seems to have tricked its danger alarm.
Oh wait, I have unseen servant.
Yeah, but you can't teleport your unseen servant up on top of the thing, and even if you could, it can't talk.
Well, I'm saying it can walk up and tell us in half of how many people it sees.
no. Speak with animals is bard, druid, and ranger.
Oh, bard?
Bard can do it.
And I don't have it.
Whoops.
I can just picture the
What little spell is that?
the bird just talking to
First.
and going, I have seen things.
I saw things. They were pretty.
Next time I level up, I might swap out Unseen Servant for Speak with Animals.
It's a first level divination spell. Capable to be ritual cast.
I'm able to swap out one of my spells whenever I level up, though, so I might actually do that. Just I haven't not used Unseen Servant in forever, so
It's been useful once so far.
Spells? Who needs spells? I have rage.
So
spells. Who needs spells? I have Boulder.
I have a rock. It's a big rock. So what are you going to do? It's at least spot one thing that for sure triggered its danger alarm.
I look a little
I was gonna say
disconcerted at the bird.
maybe send in the barbarians and see what they see.
Well, we're not gonna split up because that's a stupid idea. And if we get ambushed, we don't want to be split up because there won't be anyone to help if something happens. Well,
I was thinking the barbarians because they pretty much killed the entire ship by themselves.
they'd go first, but we wouldn't be more than like 10 feet behind them.
All right.
Which would be a different story if we had ranged.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, as we're going, I do get my spyglass out and try to keep an eye on like the ledges around us.
Okay, I'm gonna just give you this much then. Okay, you're heading towards the north, more or less. To the ledge on the east side of this pass, you do notice that there's unusual extra bump on top of that hill. On the east side of this, and to the north of that little bump on the top of the hill, you do notice that there's an unusual extra amount of brush up there. This is not very hard to see from your direction. Now you've been alerted that there's something around, but you're not sure where.
Any kind of check I should make, or is that's just something we notice?
I'm gonna say that's something you very easily notice. That's easily a hiding spot from your current angle.
Okay. I keep an eye on that as we progress then.
So, okay, are you going to progress down the pass, or are you going to pick one of the sides to go down?
Oh yeah, we could technically go up on one of the sides instead of going down the pass, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it probably seems like a better idea not to go down the pass, because that's just to put yourself in a vulnerable position. But it'll probably take longer to go off on the sides, won't it?
It'll take a little bit longer. It's basically you climbing up a hill.
Right.
People just literally go down the middle because it's just advantageous and it leads directly right through.
The hiding spot was on what side? The east?
On the eastern side of the pass that you're looking down at.
Let's go on the western side then.
All right.
Or is that what they want us to do?
Well, a madman would go on the east side.
All right, so you start going down the western side. I have something to do here. Let me pull this up really quick, and I'm going to have to readjust a few things. Not going to readjust everything, but there's definitely a few things that need redoing here. Had an idea of where you guys could have gone, but I had to go and pull the bird, and I wasn't expecting the bird offhand.
Yeah, and you know, this is the point you missed the mage with the fireball.
It's also the point you missed the Wookiee with the thermal detonator fling through the air.
Fucking hell! Remind me about that. What if I use the Force to launch Matt's Wookiee into the spectator box? That wasn't supposed to happen. Shit.
Why? Okay, so suddenly the thing I was using to hide or reveal things just suddenly collapsing on itself. Just a moment. I'm going to have to refresh now.
Matt's world is collapsing.
Roll20's world is collapsing. In on itself. On its tiny, tiny little head. Okay, yeah, go to that map when you're ready. It's not advertising to me. Now you're done with the advertisement. There we go. It's like, okay, now you're just being a pain in my neck. Reveal area. Actually, yeah, let's start from over here then, if it's going to be a pain. And we'll reveal this much of the map. All right, I'm going to move you all over here. So put yourselves in the order you wish to be in. You'll find your icons to the southern portion of the map.
Well, I'd stay in the middle. I'd suggest having Valena behind me.
Is this the path that we see here?
This is where the road is. This is cliffside,
So we're
Okay.
going
and this
this
is
way.
the hilltop.
Okay. All right. So I would say there.
Yeah, it was. I believe you said you guys want the barbarians in front.
You want the wall of meat.
Yeah, like so. Cleric's in the back. Although, actually, do you want Theobald in the back or do you want him in the middle?
I say Theobald and Giselle probably should swap spots.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Giselle can actually shoot from the distance, whereas Theobald's better towards the middle.
Yeah, he's got a sling, but he's not as good with it as she is with her bow.
And he can be right up against you guys' heel in case you need it. All right, and I need to readjust a few things quickly here. Now that you decide to go down this path, it alters things slightly, but it does not alter everything.
This is a very tall map.
Yeah, it was a very lengthy map when I picked it out. I'm like, you know what? It's a little unusually long, but you know what? It has everything else I want in it anyways. So I'm not too terribly disappointed in it. It lends to a variety of circumstances.
I saw some things get dragged below us, just so you know.
Oh, you just saw something pass by the corner, I take it?
Yeah.
Yoink.
I couldn't see what it was because it went by so fast, but I'm assuming that was you just moving tokens out of the way that weren't where they were supposed to be or something.
Pretty much. That's me quickly adjusting things here. So, you're proceeding carefully. Actually, does this mean... Yeah, I think this means that you guys need to roll a stealth check for me. Also, how do
want us
you...
to roll stealth?
Yup.
Not been my
And I'm
strong suit
also
recently.
want to see, how do you calculate natural perception again?
You mean passive perception?
Yeah,
That's-
enemies
Passive,
should have their passive perception listed on their sheet.
it's their perception score plus 10.
Oh, okay. So it's just whatever their normal plus is plus 10. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, you keep saying that, Z, but it doesn't necessarily always pan out for that. Not everyone builds those sheets the same way, especially when you're borrowing from multiple things at once. This is the chaos I deal with doing Conan. So their perception bonus plus 10. Double checking. Perception is a wisdom. So that's a plus 2. I don't think they get anything extra, correct? No. So they just get a 12 natural perception.
Well, if they got a 12, we fucked up.
Just really quick, I want to give everybody a chance because what I like to do is I also like to, especially when it comes to group mechanics, you see how all of them did, and some people rolling really well could actually outdo some of the people rolling complete garbage.
Yeah, so far, well, okay, whoever got the 21 did the best, but Felena actually was the best until that. And then, whoever that was rolled with disadvantage.
Oh, was rolling with disadvantage? Wait.
Well,
How did he
hold
get
on.
disadvantage?
That would be an 11. You take a look at his first roll was a 10 plus 1, 11. But you might want to unclick the disadvantage.
It's not clicked though. It's on normal.
Oh, what's their...
Oh, you know what? I bet you it's because he's got heavy armor.
Bingo.
That's Theobald.
Oh, then it's 2.
Yup. He got the disadvantage because he's in clinky armor.
He's the only one that's wearing armor that's not stealth friendly.
Yup. Clunk, clunk, clunk. You just see him cringe with every step.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Metal Gear Solid alert noise.
Oh, shoot.
Quick, Highlander box.
No, it's the
Um,
fact that he fell in the
Look
water
at the
one
camera
time. Now
going,
every time he
"Okay."
moves, it's squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
see, Giselle's 21 would have outdone that too, but the fact that the rest of you rolled mediocre as hell to
Actually,
downright
hold on.
terrible.
Hold on. Two people rolled over 12. Me, Thelona, and Theobald are the only ones that rolled under 12.
Actually, yeah, if I subtract a 10 to cover up that 2 to a 12,
hold
that
on,
still
is
brings her down to 11.
this everybody's stealth roll?
Yeah,
Yeah.
One, there's
Valena got a 15.
15
1,
plus
2,
8,
3.
23,
It's literally a
4,
50-50. Half you failed and half you didn't.
68.
Yeah, I think the
76.
fact that Theobald got a natural 1 fucked us no matter how you slice it.
Yeah, a natural 1 does vote against you.
Because I'm assuming that means he probably at some point tripped and his arm made a bunch of noise.
Or likely he just kind of knew by the noise he was making that we were likely going to get in a fight. He hops off his horse and makes the most ear-piercing crunch. And even
Yeah,
crunches himself as he
averaged to
stands there.
we averaged to an 11.5. So
Yeah.
We just barely failed.
So, all right.
Good thing we're well rested.
So I'm gonna
thing
uncover
is,
everything.
we're also expecting something's coming. So
So as you make that earth-shattering crunch, which would have woken the dead,
Oh, yeah. Small game.
you immediately see heads pop up on both sides of the road, and you see hear a few more starting to rush up behind you now that you made so much noise. They damn near thought the fight had already started without them.
Is this the hiding spot I spotted earlier?
It's technically supposed to be up here, but yeah, that's more or less the hiding spot you saw. You see 3 of them now on that side looking around like, what the fuck?
and we're on horses right now.
I believe the only one off their horse is Theobald right now, because his earth-shattering crunch is what finally got everyone to stand straight up like, what the hell was that?
I dismount because I'm not going to try to fight on horseback.
I am, because I'm crazy enough to try it.
How fast do
So I
horses
take it-
move?
Well, let's look at the compendium. Horse. Riding horse. Its movement speed is 60 feet.
Oh yeah. This is going to be interesting. I have an idea for Geralt.
So are we at initiative at this
Yep,
point? Or?
we are officially at initiative. Now everyone is now alerted to where everyone else is. Problem. Problem. They know where you are. Good thing. You know where they are. Time for another good idea, bad idea.
Gosh, that
Oh, yeah, those guys are actually pretty far away. And now you being on horseback is the only reason you're going to reach them on your turn if they don't move up first. So time for another bad idea, bad idea, bad idea.
Why do we say it that way? Because all this is gonna be dumb.
So are you going to allow me to do something dramatically stupid?
Oh, I got a crazy idea on myself, so I'd say as long as it makes sense rule-wise, sure, we'll go for crazy.
sometimes crazy works.
Because you'd be amazed what barbarians can get the fuck away with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those poor sons of bitches.
All right, and
Somebody rolled a natural 20 on the freaking initiative thing.
oh wow, that's one of the farther back ones, but at least they're not on the other side of the road.
Wait. I think you forgot to loop the music.
Yeah, I just realized that now. I'm just like, wait, why hasn't it? Oh, you know what?
Oh.
So first person up to run in is way back there. How far can they even get? They see that their buddies are in danger.
I imagine being on the slope would count as difficult terrain, wouldn't it?
I had them on the slope because there's no more room to the side.
Okay.
Because yeah, I ran out of space when I was moving them quickly. I didn't expect them to need to be further up that way. I think there might be a little more. Actually, no, there is no more map. Never mind. Yeah, it's just that the edge of the map is that close.
This map wasn't really designed for you to be fighting up on the sides. It was designed for you to be ambushed in the middle.
Basically. Basically, I was not expecting more of the sides to be necessary, and it's like, oh, never mind. I forgot that someone had prying eye bird. Alright, Azina, your turn.
I'm going to move here. Bonus action, Bardic Inspiration on Tholona.
Okay.
My actual action, Shatter on these assholes. Across
Okay.
on the other side.
What do they need to roll against?
Hold on, let me... DC 13 Constitution. 8 damage if they fail, 4 if they succeed. That's a shitty ass damage roll.
13 Constitution, you said?
Yeah.
They get a natural +3 according to their stats here. So as long as they roll a 10 or under.
That's the worst damage roll I've seen on Shatter since we started this campaign.
1 fails. 2 succeeds. 3 succeeds. So 1 failure and 2 succeeds. The bottom 2 succeed. So it's an 8 and 2 4s.
Yes.
You smack it down, and you do see the one towards the northern end just kind of reel back for a quick second. He seems to have gotten most of it. The other two just kind of wince for a moment and look at you with glaring eyes. You can't make out what they're saying from across the road there, but you can tell they're not happy. Alright, Thelona.
Alright. So this is what I want to do. I want to spur my horse forward while simultaneously standing on its back. When this horse gets to about here, I'm leaping forward off the horse in an overhead swing on this guy.
You and I had the same idea.
I played a lot of 7Cs.
Oh, you don't even need 7Cs to get that. You just need to be a crazy barbarian with a launch speed.
You got drama points for shit like that. So, GM, what do you want me to roll?
Alright. Actually, you're going to have to roll some animal handling, although I believe you get a bonus to that because this is a tamed riding horse. So,
Oh.
give me a reroll on that. You get a second try at it because, like I said, it's already a trained animal, so... I'm going to say that succeeds. You just need to be high enough that it's not a complete total botch.
Okay.
So you managed to get onto the standing position without the horse rearing up on you.
Okay.
So
that got me as far as here. Next would be the athletics for the roll?
Yeah, the athletics to jump, which I assume is not going to be hard at all. Yep. And just roll to hit. Dang. 26, yeah, that hits their armor.
Alright, so that Bardic Inspiration, can that be used on damage?
Yes, it can.
Yes.
So roll
That's
additional
D6.
D6.
But aren't you? So you're not going to make a second attack, or?
I will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this is already a sure attack, and we're going to double down on that
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
want this. I want this son of a bitch dead.
So roll a d6.
Got
So
additional 3, so that's
17.
7 slashing damage.
17. Yep. So negative 17 to their health. Yeah, smack him and he yelps in pain, but isn't down yet.
Second attack.
Oof. Come up for the second attack, and you hit this outfit, which, by the way, parts of it seem to be made of plate. Other parts of it oddly seem to be like just nothing but bare skin, but also what you do notice of this outfit is that any cloth parts of it seem to all be red. These people are obviously slavers.
So that's why I was suggesting possibly holding on to the Bardic Inspiration, because you could have possibly made that a hit. But
Yeah.
Even if that was a roll 3 to even hit, that still wouldn't have made it.
okay.
In which case, yeah, best for the damage.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
still 17 points of damage in one thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be in the hurt locker.
Oh, he's hurt. He's definitely feeling it. All right.
Are most of these ones that
Which one? Okay, this one's from behind you.
Oh fuck! I didn't even see those guys down there.
Dope.
It's this one, correct? Yep. This one comes running up and immediately tries to stab. Actually, he's gonna. He's not. I was going to say he's going to try to stab, but no, he's going to throw a net at the 3 in the back.
A net can hit multiple people.
Double checking here. I believe it can. I'm trying to remember how big it was, though. No effect on
Yaroth
creatures.
might have to not run up to help Thelona.
Range 515. What does that mean?
That's how far it can go.
Oh, 5 to 15 feet. Okay.
Nets can hit large or smaller creature.
A
Singular.
creature. So, okay, since he's right there next to Giselle, he's probably going to toss it at Giselle so she can't go running off then. Until it's free, the net has no effect on creatures or formless or creatures that are huge or larger. A creature can use its action to make a DC 10 strength check, freeing itself or another creature within its reach on a success. Dealing 5 slashing damage will also free them from the net. Trying to see. I assume it's just a roll d20 and see if it hits.
Plus whatever is the hit bonus is, I would assume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically a ranged attack.
So yeah, just basically go with their normal ranged attack then.
Guess what's his dex bonus?
How close are they?
What do you mean?
How close are they to the target?
They're within 5 feet.
Okay, then yeah, it's standard.
Yep.
They can throw it within 15, but that's going to be at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
what
he
the
moved
15
up.
means,
He
that
moved up
15
to
is
melee
disadvantage.
range.
Yeah, I was on another tab, so I couldn't take a look at the map yet.
Roll d20 and see if it can hit her. That's an 11. I think that misses. She's too dexterous for that. Yes, her AC is 17.
Yeah, I actually just clicked on her to see her AC.
Yeah, so she's got 17 AC, so you see the net get tossed and she's, whoa, and just barely sidesteps as the net comes flying at her. And she ducks down as it goes flying past.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why I couldn't find that guy when I was mousing over him on the turn order. I was like, where is this asshole? And then he said something about the guys behind us, and I was like, wait, guys behind us?
Someone didn't look backwards.
Alright, so where's this asshole?
This next one is across the roadway. They're kind of stuck in a position where they're not going to be able to reach you guys very well right now.
He's one of the ones that I hit with Shatter.
I'll get you!
45. Let me see here.
I just picture him going, "You do not want to come down here. Don't make us come down here. Well, you'll be sorry if you do."
Oh, we're gonna get them. When they go through the pass, we're gonna get them. We're gonna get them. Oh, they went through.
Don't make me sorry. You won't like me if
so,
I'm sorry.
No, that's not what I was thinking that it was. No, these guys have only really melee weapons, yeah. They're kind of just stuck over there like, what the fuck?
Well, they can come over this way, but they're gonna have to go across
They're
difficult
gonna have to go
terrain.
around the long way, yeah. They're gonna have to try and take the nearest shortcut they can to try and get around you, which is basically jump down, then come around the hill. Because jumping down will cut off a few extra feet of run around. And that's if they don't fail their jump down either.
They were probably planning on pushing rocks or something down at us, which there aren't really things.
That's one of the things I was contemplating with the other contemplation was all of them have nets.
Well, Matt, how do you feel now that you had a me moment where the players fucked up your plan?
Oh, dude, this isn't even the first time.
This is
You
the first
forget
time
I've
we had-
GM'd games before.
Trust me, this is part and parcel about being a GM.
Yeah, you have to prepare for something to go fucking sideways. All right.
Bob likes to talk about the time he spent all this time planning for our campaign to take this trip to the south. Suddenly, for the entire group to decide to go east instead.
He's gonna take a jump. Yeah, I think that just barely makes it.
It's like there was one adventure in the Star Wars game where I had set up for them to like have a possible diplomatic solution, which I don't usually do, and that's the one time where Matt's like, "No, fucking, I'm killing this guy."
Launch me! I got a grenade in my hand. Launch me! Boom! Hello. Toss. Bye. I'm a Wookiee. I'm falling backwards. I don't care where I land.
In the case of Bob's campaign, I swear to God, it's Bob's own damn fault. You don't send one of the players a psychic message going, "Oh, your family's in danger," without thinking that they're going to immediately react.
Right?
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one comes racing up because what the hell's even going on? This was not part of the plan. We're supposed to be in cover. Alright. Velena, is your turn.
I'm assuming she's gonna worry about the guys that are behind them.
Hey, you've already seen a net flash to your left.
Velena's going to do a magic missile on the three in front, well, behind her. This
Okay.
guy right here, this guy right here, and this guy right here.
Alright, so that's a 1d4 plus 1
Yeah.
on each of them. Yep.
Alright.
Not a lot, but it's gonna hit.
2 on the first one. in front of her.
Bonk.
3 on the next one on the left.
Yep.
Next one's gonna take.
Oh, that one got a full maximum blast.
And may I make a small suggestion for Velena? Use your movement to move closer to the center of the group.
Yeah, she's gonna. Do
Yeah,
that.
if you get caught in one of those nets, you need to make a strength check to free yourself. You don't have any slashing weapons.
Right. Oh, she has a dagger or something.
That's not a slashing weapon, that's a piercing weapon.
Oh. Yeah, she's closer to her.
Yeah, that's stabity, not slashity. You're just gonna move 5 feet? Okay.
Or, well, I guess she'll closer to.
Garroth.
Yeah. He's immediately gonna run away to his jumping stun. And then you hear a whisper.
Hear a whisper of what? You're too far away from the mic again.
My hero.
Oh,
In sarcasm.
My Hero Academia!
alright. Which one is this one? They are scattered all over the place. Okay. Roll to not fuck up your landing. Okay, yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. These poor suckers over here on the other side are just like, God damn it! Wait, where is this one? I'm not seeing this one now. Oh, way in
Which
the
one?
back. 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're all bunched up right now. A whole bunch of them were hiding a little further down. They were originally going to meet you on the north end of the road, but now they saw you all moving off of the road, and they're just like, "Ah, fuck!" And they were probably the first ones in panic mode to try and get into
Yeah.
position, and couldn't get there in time.
They probably don't realize the thing that gave them away was a raven.
Nope.
They probably just think, oh, hey, look, there's a bird. That's not important.
Shoot, I just realized. Elena's wolf.
Yes, you do have the wolf somewhere, don't you?
You know what? I'm gonna send him to this guy.
All right. Let me pull up a wolf thing really quick. We do
To
keep
make it
forgetting-
so that he was on the other side of Theobald. At the start, that way that enemy that just moved didn't have to move through him.
Yep.
What kind of wolf is it?
I think it's a white wolf, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a white wolf. So it kind of has that Arctic look to it.
It's chunky.
Chunky wolf! That looks more like a raccoon!
All right, roll his attack.
We need to actually get a proper image for the wolf.
I'm
to make a
working
token.
on it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take much to find a Arctic
I
wolf.
was, I, was,
like
ar-
that.
I was already, because they were kind of involved in the battle, I was already building horse tokens. So that's why I was asking what kind of wolf it was, so I could find a white wolf image to.
There's a dozen of them, or we could just literally make one out of Conan Exiles.
Yeah, I could. Let me see if that comes up with anything.
Elena,
that-
roll your attack with your wolf.
Okay, it's gonna be a +4, so it's gonna be a D20 plus.
D20 plus 4, so as long as it rolls an 11, it should hit.
Alright.
Oh, hell yeah, you crit.
Oh,
Your boy.
alright.
What's his damage normally?
It's damage normally 7, but it's 2d4 plus 2.
So it'd be 4d4 plus 2.
Yeah, that's doubles the pool of dice, so 4d4.
44 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ!
17.
He just
Knocked
did as
him
much
on
damage
his
as-
ass.
He did as much damage as Thelona, and he's a fucking wolf.
Well, you don't see the wolf crit every day, but yeah, you just see him basically grab this guy by the leg and start snarling and yanking. He's just like, ah! Getting tugged around the battlefield.
Laugh at my magic missile, would you?
Okay, so it's back to this slaver's turn. It's going to toss a net as well and see if it can hit anybody. I'll roll where everyone can see it. Boom. Oh!
Who is that at?
That's a Giselle. She has a 17 AC, so that just caught her. I think she only has daggers, doesn't she? I'd have to double check.
I think she has a rapier, but that's still also piercing, so...
I'd have to
Really
double
pokes
check
through
that.
the holes.
I can
yes,
look
she does
at her
have a
sheet.
rapier. If you can, if you can figure out what the rapier is really quick, I can keep progressing
It's
here.
piercing. It's piercing.
Okay. So yeah, you just see Giselle suddenly get netted, and she's just like, "Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me!"
See, if I had noticed those guys were back there, I actually wouldn't have used the Bardic Inspiration on Thelona. Not that I'm not glad we did 17 damage to that one guy.
All right, Thelona, a guy is sneaking up around you. He's not even gonna bother with the net. You're dangerous. He's gonna attack you. All right, they do get multi-attack, so they get 2 attack chances, +5 to hit.
Jesus.
What is your armor apps, really quick?
18.
18. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Just hit. And miss. Alright, so the damage they are doing is...
Yeah, I'm actually really glad we have that wolf because we're really outnumbered.
6 damage. First blood
They're
against
going to-
you.
They're going to regret that.
What kind of weapon are they using?
They are using long swords. But you also see that almost all of them are also packing lances for for reach weapons.
One thing about where he moved,
Hmm?
technically that's where my horse is.
Oh, well, he came from over here, so I can just put him here.
That's why I was building horse tokens.
Ah,
The problem is, aren't horses 1x2s?
like 2 long and 1 wide?
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think we've really made animals take up more than one spot on the map so far.
I could see that with horses, though. They are technically larger than normal. Horses and, like, other herd animals would be something that could possibly do that. Wolves are small enough that I think they're just a 1 spot.
I'm just gonna say because we don't actually have a token, you should just not worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it right now. We can always assume that wherever angle it's looking at, we can guess how long it is. Oh wow.
Yeah, they're considered a large creature, so
Yeah, okay, this one over here takes to jump off the cliff, and you see they almost fucking fail as they stumble on their landing. But then to make up for it by just bolting. You need to try and get around. Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 30.
I'll keep it.
It doesn't like that this wolf has got his partner, so they're gonna try and help out with that.
You're throwing it at the wolf.
What's your wolf's AC?
Wolf's AC is 13.
That was a +3. Ah,
Oh.
that just missed. That hits though.
Well, you can't throw the net twice though, can it?
No, they're attacking it.
Oh.
You want net slaves? Why are you trying to net a wolf for?
Oh, so like okay.
There you go, Matt.
The beefy looking guys have a higher hit bonus than the women do.
No, they all are pretty much similar in stat. Okay, got horse token.
Wolf will be coming up in a moment.
Alright, up in the original. There we go. Saving that really quick, and you can probably upload that later. But yeah, I'm trying to move this along because we suddenly got ourselves in the middle of a big fight, and we're
Yeah, we're not going to adjust tokens after we've already started.
I'm just not going to risk trying to upload something right now in the middle of a battle because that's a lot of stuff to handle all at once. Not, at least not until we slim things down a little bit. Right. That was he was attacking the wolf.
Hit.
Yeah, it just hit and right. Four damage.
4 damage.
Mm-hmm. How many hit points does your wolf have, by the way?
From what I saw, 11.
Originally 11 or?
Originally 11, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the default hit points for a wolf, unless you wanted to roll to see what it actually had.
It's 2d8 plus 2.
So it's now down to 7. Which one is this one? Okay, that's the one that Lona just hit. The one that you hit is now going to attack you as well. That's a miss.
That's
what's
a miss.
what was your AC?
18.
18? Yeah, never mind. The guy you hit just swings at you twice, and he just broad strokes misses everything. Actually, I'm just noticing, where's Geralt?
He's right next to Elena.
No,
You didn't
I-
roll his initiative. You didn't roll any of the NPC initiatives on our side.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna roll them really quick. And we're gonna place them properly, and we're gonna see where they all ended up. Okay. Geralt was gonna be about the end anyway. Good thing I suddenly noticed that.
Theobald and Giselle would have went already. Everybody would have went before this
Everyone
one
will
that's about to
went.
get their turn.
Yeah, so they get their turn right now.
I was thinking, why are so many of these assholes going non-stop without any interruption?
I wonder why we're doing
Well, a lot of them are
this.
clustered together, but yeah.
So Geralt would be first, and then Giselle and Theobald.
Yep.
Or no, wait, no, the other way around. Because Geralt rolled the
Yeah,
lowest.
Geralt rolled lower, so the other two are going first. So I'm going to go. Yeah, Theobald technically was first. He's going to make a move. Yeah, he's going to. Oh gosh, they're coming from all sides. Let's.
I'd assume he'd help with the back end because that's.
Yeah, he's gonna try and help, but the question is, how's he gonna help with? He could try to pull the net off of Giselle, or he could try to attack. I'm gonna say he's.
I would think in his situation, logically, he'd go after the one that threw the net.
I'm gonna say that trying to pull off the net is gonna be a bonus action because it seems a little ridiculous to try and pull this off otherwise right now. So it's a strength check, and he has to beat 10. He beats it. All right. Yeah, he yanks the net off of Giselle as he makes a run for it. And yeah, I'm gonna say he probably actually. He can go pass through the wolf, correct? So he can step to the other side of the wolf and go through here.
Except that one person would get an attack of opportunity on him. Because he walked away from her.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Yeah, he has to attack her. Yeah, he's kind of stuck where he is. Smack him. Smacked him. That one takes a -6 damage. Another slightly more feminine yelp of pain, but still up on their feet. Giselle gets to go next, and she's going to stab the asshole that tried netting her.
The one that tried and failed instead of the one that succeeded.
Actually, no, yeah, she's going to be the one that succeeded, so that'd be the one next to her, to the east.
Yeah, the one Theobald hit.
And it says she's point blank to them. She can't really use her short bow, so stabby stab. That just barely missed. Actually, I can't think now. Do they actually get second stabs right now at this level?
I don't think rogues do.
Because I still am sitting here going, I really need to spend
Actually, wait,
time
how
on
does,
these character sheets.
backstab work? Doesn't she get some kind of... I think it's just
If-
bonus damage.
If the opponent grants you advantage in any way, or you're attacking from stealth, you get the backstab damage, the bonus damage.
You also get the backstab damage if they're within melee range of an ally. But
I believe they have to be within flank of an ally, which is
It's
the
a-
opposite side.
it says you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of them.
Yeah, so actually that would work. She
That
does
doesn't
get bonus.
specify flanking. But the thing is, she would have had to hit, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyhow.
Yeah, it would have just given her additional 4 damage.
Not sure. I've not played a rogue really in 5e.
Yeah, they made their sneak attack incredibly easier to actually be count because of the fact that a lot of their specialty abilities, like detecting traps and picking locks, are technically tied up in skills that anyone can have now.
Yeah, with this big force wall over here, Geralt is going to make a run for it with the horse as well. Gets to here, we're going to do an ammo training check with a...
This picture of Elena going, "You're living, you asshole!"
Look at everything swarming to the north of you guys. Where do you think the barbarians need to be right now? You guys can handle the rest in the back. And actually, these guys are not going to need Atlantean. It'll give them plus a hit, but I don't think it'll help his damage. So he's going to go Maul. But he needs to ammo check, which he does get a reroll on. So we'll see what the 2 rolls give him. Animal handling.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, he got a 13.
Oh, wait, I
Okay.
did the math wrong on that crit. I'm supposed to add +2 more to it. It's
Oh,
it was
What?
19. not
No.
17.
The +2 only gets added once. It doesn't get added for both your attack dice.
Yeah, but I crit.
Yeah, I know. You don't double the bonus damage. You only double the dice.
The dice.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
why when you crit, your strength damage, your strength bonus doesn't get doubled. It's just the dice.
God,
your
if your
bon-
strength bonus got doubled, freaking barbarians would be obscenely worse than they are.
Athletics to make the jump. He does it. Maul! Oh.
Not as
Fail.
impressive as Stallona's.
Second strike. Fail again. God damn. He gets there
No, that-
and misses all attacks.
That's why, because you didn't rage or whatever.
Oh shit, I didn't do that either, yeah. Now he's gonna rage. Alright. This one's just like, what the hell? Comes down
Yeah,
here.
the guy's just like, wait, what just happened? Did you just try to hit me?
2 more attempts on, 2 more attacks on Thelona. So far, a lot of them are missing. Oh,
That'll
your
hit.
IC was 16?
18.
18. No, that misses.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 17, so it just barely missed you, and the other one's a whiff. The
Alright.
barbarians are taking this big group to the north. You guys can handle the 3 in the back. Speaking of which, this one's just like, what the hell just happened? Everything just swarmed. 5, 10, 15. Gets next to Geralt and starts trying to lay down attacks as well. 15, 16, 17, 18. Ooh, that might have hit him. The second one whiffed, though.
It will. His AC's only 17.
Yep.
I know his AC from when we were dueling off.
1d8 plus 2. Oh, got the whole d8. That's 10 damage.
No, it's not. He's raging, isn't he?
Not yet. I didn't rage
Oh.
him last turn.
Oh, yeah. Then, yeah, that is. Ow.
Yeah. Now he's gonna rage. Oh, Xena.
I'm gonna move over here, and I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Giselle, and I am going to help out the barbarians a little bit by I'm gonna cast Stinking Cloud over in this area, so it'll hit the ones that are to the it won't get the ones that are directly against Geralt,
Like
but it'll get
everything under or to the
Yeah,
right of
yeah.
left of that. Yeah.
That's that. I'm gonna cast Stinking Cloud, so they get hit by it. Obviously, not my allies though.
That's a
It doesn't put the fucking saving throw thing on there. So DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
13 Constitution. They don't have any bonuses to Constitution. Fail. 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 this one, the one north of Thelona, is the only one that succeeds.
So the rest of them are gagging.
Gagging, and
And
they
can't-
lose their turn, correct?
Yeah, they lose their turn, and on their next turn they can roll to try and recover from it.
Yep. That's a nasty spell. I remember that spell now. Thelona, your turn. Everyone,
Alright.
all the guys to next to you,
And
except for the
in
one behind
fact-
you and the one in front of you, are gagging.
I think the ones that are stunned, she'd have advantage to hit them too.
But she's gonna have an
Um,
advantage anyways because she's gonna be raging now.
Yep. I am going to rage. I am going to enter the frenzied rage.
All right.
I am switching my stuff. And that's 3 attacks. So, first attack is going to go with the guy to the north, because he's still capable of fighting.
Stabbity death. That's an 11 damage. He takes that.
He's still there.
He is still there, but damn, he seems to be bleeding out.
Yeah, he's taking a total of what, 28 now?
Oh, is
15
that one
more.
to the same guy?
Yep.
You stab him again, and this time you just see blood gushing out in all directions, and he just and falls backwards and just perspires out.
1 down. Alright, and then the third attack is to the person to my left.
Alright.
This one.
Yep.
Who I believe cannot retaliate.
Nope. Currently, they
Right.
are unable to retaliate.
Yeah, they're coughing and gagging.
Okay. Yeah. That's 13 damage. 13, not 12, please. Thank you. You stab them and they're still coughing and gagging, but you hear a grunt of pain at the same time as you hit them. That's all 3 attacks, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That one's still alive, and it's being yanked on by a wolf, and it's pissed. Actually, I'm gonna say because he's getting pounced upon so bad by the wolf, he's gonna have a
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. That's the word I'm looking for. So whichever one he rolls the lowest. Oh, that might be it. Yep. So the first one's a 4, and I believe the wolf's AC is what, 12?
No, it's 13, I believe.
13. Still missed, and second try, still missed. Actually, no, if it's
Oh, he has
13,
a-
you just hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a attack bonus. That is a flat 10.
Oh!
Oh, wolf's done.
Yeah, he barely connects in the second try, and your wolf is downed. It's not dead, but it's definitely unconscious right now.
Fortunately, the wolf can't level up.
But the guy now frees himself from the clutches of the wolf, but he's just like, ah, ah, ah. Okay, Theobald is still dealing with the other person next to Giselle. And actually,
He could use the bonus action to summon spirit weapon, couldn't he? Isn't that how that works?
he could do that, and I was also thinking of something else. He's got Healing Word. Is that a thing that he can just cast in a bonus action? Yes, it is.
Yeah, I remember people talking about how overpowered healing word is because of that. It doesn't heal as much as cure wounds, but it's a bonus action and it's ranged.
Yup. 7 hit
guess
points
on
goes
Garroth.
right back to the wolf.
Oh,
Boom, wolf is back up.
that's not what I was expecting you to do with it, but okay.
The wolf is back up and snarling and about ready to attack again. Well, I just saved Valena's wolf.
Well,
And
at this
he's...
point, you kind of are working on wall of wolves there. You've got a bunch of squishy people. and
Yeah,
a wolf
you kind of need the wolf there to help protect some of these guys. Squish is in the back, and there's 3 people in the back, so the wolf is helping out as best as the wolf can. And double-handed Atlantean sword to the face? Nope. That was a whiff. Well, at least he kept the wolf up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. They're going to have to dip out for a minute when they get there, but they are trying to run full tilt because they're seeing their buddies getting ganged up on.
Oh,
Air quotes.
they're sprinting. Okay.
Yeah, they're using their full action now. They're like, oh shoot, this is really going full on battle right now.
That means when
now
they get
they're
over
no
here,
longer
we're gonna have
jumping.
more guys behind us.
In a little bit, like it's going to take another turn or two.
That guy's the one that's coughing, so he
Yeah,
can't
he's
do
coughing and wheezing, and he's not doing anything. Except he has to roll a Constitution save, I believe.
It. No, that's on his next turn because it's still the same turn he got stunned.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. So he has to wait another turn yet. So he's just his turn's just gone. Giselle. Oh gosh, which one to focus on? Actually, the one the wolf was nibbling on looks more hurt, so she's gonna attack that guy. Or actually,
Did you add the NPCs to the initiative order now?
yes, I added
Yeah, he
them in
did.
properly.
That's why I
Giselle
said-
was
that's
one
why
of
I
them.
s- Yeah, Giselle was one of them. Theobald was one of them.
Okay.
This is Geralt's really far down the list because he rolled shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he rolled a
couldn't
9.
find him. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Actually, she gets an advantage on either of them. For a sneak attack.
No, that's sneak attack.
Or
activates
I don't mean
the
advantage
competitor.
like a rolling advantage, but she gets sneak attack them
Yeah.
if she can hit them.
Yeah, if she hits either one of them, she gets the sneak attack damage because they're engaging another enemy aside from her.
So she's gonna help out the one that the wolf is attacking right now. Yeah, let's go with the one that the wolf is attacking currently. Then
So
Theobald can
the
help with
wolf's-
the other
yeah.
one later.
To help the wolf because the wolf has the least HP.
Yep. To hit, it hits. And because it hits, we get a sneak attack. So we get additional 5 damage. Nice. So that's 13 damage. Yeah, this guy's not liking life right now. He's been critted by a wolf, and now the rogue has just stabbed him. And he's just, oh god. Valina.
Magic missile all around. First guy right here. Alright.
Okay, that's 5 damage. By the way, I'm not going to say that you need to do this, but I'm going to say that if you focus 2 magic missiles on the guy that killed your wolf, you can probably kill him right now.
That's the guy that the wolf ripped a new one on.
This one.
This one. Yeah, if you did
Yeah,
like a
because he's-
double magic missile on him, you'd probably kill him.
Right?
He looks really bad, but he's not gone yet.
Alright. Here we go. Double magic missile. Sick. Oh,
Oh, dang. That one just rolled too low. Yeah, you almost completely downed him, but it's your wolf's turn now.
right.
Yeah, he seems to be barely clutching on. He's just like, ugh, ugh. Just almost leaning on his sword at this point. That was the to hit.
That was not a hit.
Oh wait, yeah, attack tactics.
What's
What's that
attack
do?
tactics do?
Gives them advantage.
Oh,
Oh, advantage. Dang it.
Didn't work.
So close. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Then another stunned
60.
person.
And then, yeah, that one's stunned. He's completely out of it right now. This one's pissed off and got recently hit by Theobald and is going to hit back. Roll? It's taking a few moments. There we go. 16. I think that misses because his AC is through the roof too.
Yeah, he's wearing really heavy armor.
That's why he doesn't sneak. Yeah, 20 armor. Yeah, that didn't hit him at all. Tink! Geralf's turn. Geralf would like to rage. He gets his nice strength bonuses, and he gets half damage to almost all damage types.
I think it's everything except psychic.
It's everything for except psychic, and wasn't there something else? It's like 2 things. Just all damage except for psychic while raging. Yep, just psychic. The additional.
Basically means raging doesn't help that much against the mind flayer.
More and more again.
Jesus.
That'll hit.
Bam,
That's
bam.
20 points.
Yeah, that's 20 points of damage. To this person over here who now loses literally half of their hit points. Smack. Ah. Lifting the hammer over his head and getting ready for his next round. This one is free to attack. He's seen most of his friends coughing it up, and one of them just got smacked by a mallet. But also, he saw another one get completely jibbed by the crazy woman barbarian. The woman barbarian needs to stop. The other guy hasn't murdered anyone yet. 15 plus
Wait,
3,
who
that
is
hits.
this? Which one is this?
This guy.
Oh, I thought he was in the cloud too.
No,
No,
everything is from,
It's the 3 above him are in the cloud.
yeah,
Okay.
it's the other 3. There's only 2 of them near you that didn't get it.
Because in order for me to catch him in it, you probably would have got stuck in it as well. That's why I didn't aim it that way.
Oh wow, both of those hit.
I knew he was out of the cloud. I would have hit him
4,
next.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Both of those hit.
Wait, they do how much damage bonus on each attack?
Plus 2.
So that would be 9, not 11. Oh wait, no, that is 11. Never mind.
Yeah.
I missed the right.
I didn't do the math wrong. Those were two attacks.
Yeah.
I know some math. Whoops.
You
Don't know how I
hit-
got the
you-
paintbrush.
Yeah,
Huh?
you can hit clear drawing to get rid of that.
Actually, undo. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. They're still off the map technically right now, but they're going around.
I wish I hadn't wasted my shatter on them on the first turn because I didn't realize we had guys behind us as well.
Chaos
We
is
have,
everywhere. You're confused. You still weaken them before they even get into battle, though. This gal over here is just like, this mutt will not die, and tries to go stabbing it again. Oh! And a
Ow.
miss. Still, that's hitting like it was 2 hits. Jeez. 7. Oh gosh, the wolf isn't put down again. At least it hasn't been killed outright yet, but that was close.
Yeah, if you do too much damage over with a KO hit, it will actually just kill them.
That was very close.
And the other stunned person, and then the guy next to Garroth.
Right, so boom. Yeah, that's the stunned person. Yoink, and the person next to Geralt who just got smashed. Her nose is probably bleeding. She's just looking at him like, what the fuck? Pulls out a long sword and goes to stab him again.
So you know what? When Giselle had her turn, we forgot she had a bardic inspiration I gave her, but she'll still have it next turn anyhow.
Oh,
But
that's true, yeah. 2 swipes at Geralt and both of them miss. All right. Xena.
Okay. Who's the biggest threat over here? What kind of armor are these guys wearing?
That's really weird looking, but the best way I could put it into D&D terms for you is they're essentially wearing scale.
They're
Some metal.
they're
metal.
wearing hodgepodge.
Yeah,
But a lot of it's metal.
there's definitely portions of it that are metal.
But I'm going to...
You ever play Fallout? You know what the frickin' Raiders wear in Fallout? Random
Yeah.
shit? Yeah.
Well, these are at least somewhat semi-uniform.
I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna move over here. And
all that,
this
but
this person right here, who hasn't gotten hit yet.
Oh,
aside
they've
from
been
the
hit a few
magic missile,
times, but yeah.
They're about to have a bad day.
Oh. Let me guess, you're gonna turn on the furnace? Yep.
Heat metal, and they can't save against it because I did it on their armor. And if they want to take their armor off, that actually wastes their action for their turn.
And then reduces their AC.
Yeah. So they took 5 damage, and on their turn they're gonna have to decide whether they want to get rid of their armor or burn.
Yeah, you suddenly see this slaver woman suddenly have smoke coming up from her tits as she starts screaming and trying to pulling at her outfit. Don't mess with a bard.
Things I never have to worry about on a barbarian.
Speaking of which, Thelona.
Yeah. Well. Great. Let's see.
Someone just smacked you for 11 damage.
Yep. That's going to change my target to that one. Let's see how they like it.
Melee sees the barbarian turn to them. Uh-oh. Ooh. Or I hit them for more damage than they did.
They're just like, whoa.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Did she just kill him in one turn?
38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Yeah, you just see Thelona turn completely glaring murder at this guy. And just
Nope. She's grinning.
well, you still got the murder eyes. And just spin the big large blade and immediately just whoosh. It takes literally a split second before you notice the head fall off his shoulders and his body just goes limp. Yes, you hit him for all of his hit points in one round.
Is that swing 1, arm falls off, swing 2, other arm falls off, swing 3, head falls off?
Actually, there's probably a split second of all 3 of them falling off before even he realizes he's dead.
Yes, I just picture Thelona swinging her sword really quick, and then pretending to sheath it in an invisible sheath, and then he just falls apart.
Just turns back to the other one, not even paying attention to that one anymore.
Plump, 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 plump.
And as you watch, as the 4 people there suddenly drop bricks from their behinds.
Well, 3 of them can't even react. 3 of them can't react. The one next to Geralt looks over and just like, what the? Looks down at the lumps.
Yeah. These 3, if they actually save and become conscious again, they're gonna realize they have 2 less friends all of a sudden.
Ooh. Okay, those are both hitting Giselle. D8 plus D8. Because I believe her AC is 16, correct?
Her AC is 17.
17, okay, still passed. 16 was a +1, 17 is a +2, and they have a +3.
Right.
Their damage, though, sucked. 10 altogether. Still, it's not great for a rogue, but she's still holding... got still those blows. Alright. Theobald's turn. What was that? We can't even hear you.
Oh, I thought it was Giselle's turn. I was like, wait a minute. No, she just got hit. Never mind.
No, she just got hit. It's Theobald's turn. Contemplating between raising the wolf right now or just letting him sit for a moment. You know what? An extra hand would be more useful right now rather than just raising the wolf. So he's going to spend his bonus action to summon sword. Summon the holy sword of Mitra. He can raise the wolf next turn and it won't hurt the wolf any. This sword should stand out amongst the crowd. Just boop! Suddenly there's a glowing sword and it wants to make stabby death at things. And I'm going to go to his character sheet and decide what level he's casting that at, because I think he can cast the next level up, which will give it a bonus to hit. Yes, he can. Spiritual weapon. How much do you do? Oh wait, no, not level 2. Rerolling that. There we go. That's the proper one. Ooh,
Jesus.
that hits and does 15 damage.
On which one?
You know what? Let's see. Yes, we're gonna finish him. Finishing this asshole. Stab. That frees up Giselle to fight the other guy on the other side. Or gal, actually. And he's once again going to try and stab for that slaver as well. Still no luck. Can't hit the right side of the barn with that sword right now. He's rolling all the suck. Alright. Oh, this is one of the guys along the bottom. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
And he's finally on the map.
Finally back on the map and just...
Does he have one level of exhaustion?
Has
Does
what?
he have one level exhaustion?
I wish.
Because you sprint, he used sprint more than one turn in a row. That actually
That
have
is a rule?
Has a negative impact on you if you keep doing it.
That would be a constitution
sure how
save,
it's-
right?
Hold on. 5e exhaustion. Disadvantage depends on how many levels he has. If he has one level of exhaustion, he has disadvantage on ability checks. That doesn't really that doesn't actually have much effect on this.
It doesn't that affect their strength checks to hit
It doesn't
people,
have an effect. It doesn't have an effect on attack rolls or saving throws, so it's not really going to
Oh,
matter.
so it's not going to really matter. Yeah, this is mostly combat
if
right now.
he kept doing it,
If they
and got
kept,
his-
if they
he
kept
got-
doing it much longer, then yeah, they'd be starting to get some ill effects.
because if he got a level 2 exhaustion, his speed would be halved. If he got a level 3, he'd have a disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
If he got to 4, he'd be really stupid because that would lower his max health by half.
Jeez. So one of the people in the cloud has to roll for Constitution save now. Rolled a 3.
Yes. Yeah, still gagging.
Still hacking along, still doing nothing. Giselle's turn. She gets to join in on this one and see if she can finally hit it. And if she does, she gets a bonus damage. Nope.
Hold
Just
on.
2 under.
She
Bardic
still
hit.
hold on. She still has her bardic inspiration.
That's what I
Oh,
was trying
that's
to
right.
say.
D6 to hit. Boom, hits. Alright.
So then you just sneak attack damage gets added to her 10.
Yup. Sneak attack.
15
So
total.
that's 15 damage. Just scimitar back of the head. Oh! Still alive, but they look hurt. Alright, Valena, it's your turn.
She looks down at the through her nose. She's gonna do a magic missile on the 3 in front of her.
The immediate 3 in front of her.
Yeah, an immediate 3 in front of her. Whoops. Here we go. First one on the right.
It's negative 3. Alright.
The guy who just ran up.
Yeah, the middle one. Another negative 3.
And the one on the left, the T-Bolt's been fighting.
That's also on fire.
Oh, they just all got negative 3s. Alright. Just quick bolts of blap in their faces as they yelp and try to shrug it off and continue fighting. Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Just got on top of where their dead partner was, huffing and panting and unable to attack.
Oh, yes.
Constitution
By the way,
roll. Fail. Because I think it's like a 13.
yeah, they gotta get 13.
They got no bonuses, so they got only an 8.
You gonna say, Ozzy?
The one, by the way, the one that's heated metal when they finally get their turn, unless if they don't, on top of the fact that they're going to take damage again when I get my turn, if they don't just get rid of their armor, they also have a disadvantage to attack because of the pain being a distraction.
Yep.
Like I've been making all of these people miserable with my spells. I'm literally just harassing the enemy, basically.
That's your job, huh? Enemy harassment.
Roll. Nothing hits Theobald. Ping.
Theobald's just like, something just happened.
Ah, I think I scuffed my shoulder plate. Punch.
Thank you. Now I'm seeing Theobald as Scrooge McDuck. Thank you.
I was seeing him as Master Chop Chop from Rafa the Rafa. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind.
God, I never played that, thankfully.
I never
But I
played
know
it,
what you're
but I've
talking
always known that line from Mystery Science Theater. Alright, now I know where that might have possibly come from, because I'm pretty sure that joke was made during the PlayStation era.
Anyway, it's a Psycho Barbarian's turn.
Yeah. Growls of ferocity, lifts his hammer, and goes for another 2 rounds.
My hammer plus your face equals dead.
Oh! 15. 26.
26?
Yeah.
First crack to the ribs, she doubles over. Second crack, you just see her face removed as she topples over backwards and dead.
So all the ones that were conscious up there are now dead.
Yup. All the ones left in the gagging cloud.
Care to move?
Ah.
The question is, which way would he go? Would he stay
Yeah.
there to help with those, or would he go down to the south where things are looking slightly hairier as these new guys are running in?
That's just a question. And actually, it's going to take him more than 1 round to get down there anyways if he did start running for them. Let's judge this really quick. Yeah, he'd have to use this turn to move, and he just barely get there in time. The rest of them are technically all gagging and unable to move right now.
Yeah. There's only one of them that might get out of it this turn.
If that. If they even manage to make that Constitution
Yeah.
save, which they are not right now. So basically, yeah, he turns to you for a quick moment. You take care of them! And starts running for the others. And makes it behind this before the end of his turn. Speaking thereof, I think this is the last one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, they managed to make it behind me to run. And tries to go for Giselle. Bunch of troublemakers. Nothing. Double checking her armor, but I'm pretty sure she's got bigger than
17.
13.
17.
17, yeah.
Because of her dex, mainly.
That darn dex bonus. This
So,
person now suddenly turns around behind them and sees Geralt standing there and just like, the fuck?
so they're in a bad situation because they have to either just get rid of their armor or make a disadvantage.
Oh, that's right.
on
They're
their
also on
attack.
fire, so they don't even have time to notice Geralt. They're ripping off their armor, screaming.
That's what she's going to do. Instead of attack, she's just going to remove the armor.
Remove all the armor because otherwise she's burning right now.
So you might want to lower her armor class on her token so you remember that she took her armor off.
Yeah. I think natural AC is just 10, isn't it?
Plus your dex.
10 plus your dex. Do they get a dex bonus? Let me double check their stats that I rolled up. No.
So it's 10. She's got a
Just
10 armor
straight up
class.
10. This one is gonna be dead in 5 seconds flat.
Ruined my phone.
And the one in front of
Gotta make a
Thelona has to
constitution.
roll, and they've all been rolling suck so far. Oh, 18. That one finally stops hacking up a lung and looks up at Thelona in surprise and screams to try and run the smoke cloud. Actually, do they still get attacked too after they make that? Or is
Yeah,
that the
they
end
get,
of their turn?
if they break free, they get to take their turn. But if they were stupid enough to stay in the cloud, they'd have to make a saving throw again on their next turn.
15, 16. Well, top roll they got there was 17.
Well, I think that all missed. I think she
Yeah,
had
I
18.
think Thelona's all 18. Right, Randy?
What? Sorry, I had to AFK real quick.
AC 18.
Yes.
Yeah.
They missed.
So they missed.
That one finally woke up, got out of the cloud, and missed you.
Okay.
The one to
Well,
the
I
bottom
know
of
who
it.
dies next. Okay.
Yep. Now you have a target. Azina.
Do I want to try to end this as quickly as possible? You know what? I'm gonna ruin all of their days. I still got a 3rd level spell left. So, the 3 that are down here below Giselle, I'm gonna chuck them into a stinking cloud as well. So they gotta make a DC 13 save.
Oh, jeez.
What the audience doesn't know is that Azina had a lot of beans before this conflict.
DC. Oh, that's right. Their Constitution 13 save.
Yep.
So the 3 at the bottom.
Yep. Now, granted, this means we're not going to have Tiny Hut next time we rest, but
2, 3. All 3 of
They're
them fail. As a matter of
gagging.
fact, one critical fails. I'm gonna say that one just starts throwing up and loses 2 hit points.
this is so awful. I trolled the enemy into defeat. I'm surprised that a bunch of fighters don't have a Constitution bonus at all.
It's just their way their stats were rolled. The random rolls, and apparently they rolled suck on their Constitution. Thelona.
All right. So this one woke up, huh?
One to the south of you, yes.
Now
Not
she's got to go
long.
back to sleep.
This time in a more permanent way.
Time for the dirt naps. I'll stop you right there. Let's see here. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, that one's dead.
Yeah, that one already got hit once, so it was just
Where do you want to plant the hits?
Oh,
I'm
I
obstructing that.
just cross-cut this one.
Just cross-cut, so one smack into the chest, the other one grabs the shoulder, rips off the arm, and she screams out as she just starts to bleed out and falls over. Unable to hold her longsword with both hands anymore.
And I'd point out this is a safe spot from the cloud if you want to move over and attack the other one.
Well, actually, okay, yeah, actually, that works.
Yeah, you might want to
I
move there in
actually did that.
position and get ready.
I
'Cause if
already,
you
I already knew that. But I also thought this was a safe spot. But
No, I think that's partially covered too.
okay.
All right.
Either way,
One more attack.
yep.
Theobald, bonus action
Hold on,
first.
hold on,
The
hold on,
sword
hold on.
does not attack.
The- Matt, Alona still had one more attack.
Oh, that's right. One more attack.
But I think it missed.
I think so.
Yep. Just barely missed. Although I
bad that
believe. Oh
damage
no,
was
that's right.
nice.
You already roll with advantage. Never mind. About
Yep.
to say, actually, you got advantage. Don't wait. Nope.
Well, unless they're completely and totally disabled. Coup de grace rules still work in this game?
I think there's
Coup de-
coup de grace rules, but I think that it has to be that they're unconscious already.
Yeah, they're technically not unconscious. They're just
Yeah, coup de grace is
Stunned.
basically you've got them below 0 hit points. You're just making sure they completely die out, not just unconscious.
Um,
And they are not unconscious yet. They are hacking up and unable to attack.
Theobald's turn though.
Yep.
There's only 2 people that are actually conscious. So
Spiritual weapon gets to attack. It uses its +3 abilities to smite somebody. Oh, it reaches out and smites someone, alright. Which one does it go for? It's gonna go for the one that was there the longest, so it's gonna attack this one next to Geralt and just gonna make this person an even easier target.
yeah, she's got no armor.
so
Bam.
technically speaking, in 3.5, I could have killed them automatically because they were helpless.
Yeah, and that's the way it worked
Yeah.
that's the way it worked in 2nd edition as well, because I remember that being the thing in the video games, but I think they realized it's overpowered to make those abilities make them one-hit kills.
And he's gonna reach out and try and smack this other person that's still next to him, but is barely surviving. Hoping, praying to make sure that there's
Saskatchewan.
a smite left of his Atlantean sword, and just reaches over it. Yep, that's a 5 damage, and God, just literally 1 hit point left. God.
Quick, Valena, hit him with your staff.
So that one lost a turn. That one is. Oh, this one
That's
has
one of the
to
ones
roll.
that's gonna make a saving throw to see if he can get his turn.
Nope.
Nope.
Still coughing wildly and almost on the verge of gagging. Giselle, stabbity.
Stabbity slabbity. Oh fuck! He's kidding
She
me.
can
know-
never
hold on,
hit
hold on,
a
hold on.
decent
You
die
know-
on this.
You know, you're not rolling the. I don't think you're rolling the. Is that the? Oh, okay, that is the finesse version. Never mind.
There's only finesse. It's a finesse
yeah.
weapon.
Yeah, I know. But I actually saw the finesse thing in the modifier. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a +4. She just keeps getting really
Keeps
terrible
rolling
rolls.
with shit. Keeps rolling shit.
the game just literally hates her. It's like I ought to re-roll her and see if it'll hate her less. Helena, your turn.
Elena is going to do a 3rd level magic missile, so everyone gets magic missile.
Everyone to the south, anyhow.
Yeah.
Everyone
So,
gets a
right
bolt to the
to left.
face.
So this guy gets a magic missile.
Where are you starting
Like
from?
you're like the fucking
Right.
Oprah Winfrey of magic missiles.
This
Oh,
one?
you should see me with Scorching Ray. I'm much worse.
This one?
Yeah, that one. That's 5.
Your magic missile hits them, and they immediately just the bolt goes right through their eye, and you hear them yelp out before they fall over dead.
Yes. Flips her hair.
Flick of the hair. Next bolt.
Flick of the hair before pointing the next bolt.
And next bolt is on this guy. Yeah.
Equity of 4. Boop.
This person's next.
Ooh. Getting some nice max rolls in there.
This
Every little bit whittles them down.
Ooh, and there's a
-2.
shit one.
There's a garbage one. That's the worst it can do, though. It just evened out their hit points, though.
And the last one on that guy.
Tap, tap, taparoo. Yeah, waiting for it. Oh, 4 damage? Okay.
Yep.
13. Alright. Everyone's been bolted. This person is suddenly rethinking their life choices because they just seen a bunch of their people die to the north. And actually, no, they can't even. They don't even have a turn.
They
Never
can't
mind.
do anything.
They're
can't
going
roll
to
until
rethink their
next turn.
choices next turn. This person has to roll to see if they can finally get out of the cloud. It was a 13. Yeah, they finally get out of it.
Which
Here you
one
go.
is it? The front or the back
5,
one?
The one
10,
all the way, the one in the far back.
10,
So he's gonna
15.
bolt up, probably gonna bolt up next to Thelona.
Yep.
Oh god, these people are dumb.
They bolt up right next to you, just finally getting out of the nasty smell and look around like, what the hell? And then looks at Thelona, and I'm going to have them see if they roll for fear.
Thelona's like literally like sitting on a pile of bodies at this point.
But he probably didn't realize that till after he got out of the stinking cloud.
Yeah, he's just trying to get out of the cloud and then immediately looks up, looks around, looks at this things going squish under his feet and then looks at Thelona. Roll for stupid. If he gets above a 10, he's going to run. He got 10.
yeah.
You get a shot at him though.
Oh, he's breaking.
Yeah, he's breaking contact from you. He's making a run for it. He just happened to stumble towards you because you were the only person moving. Oh,
It's a good thing he wasn't already injured.
very lucky. He yelps out in pain but keeps running. He was up here originally? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
He's gonna try to run through the rest of the party to get away.
He can't go near that cloud, but then he's seeing them coughing down here, and now he's just looking at them like, what the hell's happening?
He probably should have jumped off the
Total
cliff.
slaughter. Total slaughter.
Actually, next round he might go that way.
There won't be a next round for him.
We'll see. He's running with the power of fear. Garroth's turn.
Poor son of a bitch. It's got no armor.
Roll it up. Oh, 16. Yeah, that hits.
Why did
She
you
got
roll
it.
a regular
I don't know why
dice
I rolled
with-
that way. I just happened to roll that way. Rolling for damage now the proper way. Didn't matter, it was going to hit anyways. Wow, garbage damage. 6 damage. Let me see. How many hit points do they have left? That's like half their hit points. As she yelps out in pain as a big brick hits her in the ribs. And
Nice.
comes for a second one.
Finish her.
Finish her.
Bang. Gone.
Poof. Just another smack to the ribs, and you see her torso just burst before falling over with much more than a gurgle.
That person can't go.
Actually, isn't that there? No,
No,
actually,
no,
that's
no,
their
it's
first turn
next
since you
turn.
gasped them. Yeah.
Yeah, next turn's when they'll be
Your
able
turn.
to go.
Zena's turn.
Hello, Mr. Person who's trying to run away.
Xena turns into a whirling
Hey,
derpist and starts
hey,
walking
hey,
up to a man
that's
who needs to
mine.
die.
That's mine.
Stab for half his hit points, literally.
So you get for getting out of my cloud. Get back in the
Nobody
cloud.
runs from the poison gas cloud. Ah! Valona.
Thelona, completely ignoring what Azina did, is going to run down here.
Crush somebody's head. Oh, still alive.
That's fine. I still got some.
That finishes it. How do you want to do this? How you want to hit them?
Once again, that's just kind of cross-secting them.
Okay, we're
Head
going
to
to say the
groin and then cross the chest.
first smack of the shoulder breaks an arm, second smack hits the ribs, and you just see his internals just burst out in a gory mess. And you still have one more hit, and I believe 5, 10, 15. Yeah, you have your walk to go back. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Smack.
Shitty damage every time, but still.
Grunt of pain, still effective.
I'm just picturing like Valena on her turn running up and kicking this dead guy. Just because everybody beat up on him.
Well, no, you come back, hit that, you just see Thelona come this way going, mine! Kills it, mine. Runs back.
Okay.
I just realized how badly we broke this encounter.
Healing word. Saving the wolf again. Back up immediately to a full 7 points again.
Oh, is he?
Boom.
Oh yeah, the sword can still attack, but it can't move because he used his bonus action for
Yeah,
healing.
it can
word.
still attack, but it cannot move. So he uses his main bonus action from himself to heal. The sword still can attack. This is why clerics are also badass in OP if you know how to break them.
Everything in 5th edition can be broken if you try hard enough.
Spiritual weapon. It is a level 3. Submit.
Like,
Hits for 9 damage.
my favorite thing to do with a rogue, the one time I played one, was to multi-class it with monk. So that it gets unarmed combat when it's a rogue.
Unarmed sneak attack.
Unarmored count. Well, I meant because it gets the monk's armor bonus for not wearing armor. So I don't need to worry about getting light armor at all because
Just keep pumping up that dex, yeah.
The dex, and I think it was my wisdom was the other. I can't remember. There's another stat that adds to the bonus.
Depends on which version of monk, but yeah.
I always liked rogue wizard because, rogue and mage armor.
Oh, rogue that can literally go invisible.
Yeah, that too.
Nobody can see me no matter what, even though if I may screw up slightly, they can't decide where that noise came from.
I basically made a guy that was a nasty bounty hunter that was a monk rogue.
Alright, and Theobald still gets around to attack this person in front of, Giselle.
I still want to be in a game where I'm going to use a Goliath barbarian monk.
That's
I have a
broken.
monk on power, but I have rage.
Broken monk armor plus barbarian rage. Versatile swing animus.
He's not hitting with his actual sword at all, but he keeps hitting with his spirit weapon.
That's the least he can do. At least he's got something that's making dents. That's all he cares about, even if he can't quite do the physical. This person finally gets to roll to see if they can run. If they can decide to run. Yes, they can. Do they decide to run? Yes, they're not stupid.
Who is this? Which one?
The one in the back and the near us at the bottom.
How big of is the cloud again?
I believe it's how many feet radius is it?
Like 15, 10.
It is 20-foot radius.
So 20 foot. So they can get to there. Oh God, they're gonna have to.
No, they can get away. It's because it's the one.
Is it from one end to the other, or 20-foot radius as in the
You're
middle
also
is
on the
20
wrong
feet?
one. It's this. This is the one that just rolled, not the woman.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Where was the cloud centered?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out here.
Probably
is-
probably right here. Or wait, no, that would be so actually it would be down here because it's 20 feet, I think.
Because this is 20
Yeah.
feet in order to get the all three of those.
Yeah, but they've got 30 feet. Oh, you're right. No,
Because that's the center then, because it goes another 20 feet the other way.
Yeah, if they don't run forward, they'd still be stuck in it. They could jump off the
They could
cliff.
spend their entire turn running, and that would get them out of it. But they'll have to spend their entire turn, and they can't do any kind of attacking. So they're not.
And they leave them open to 3.
But they also
attacks
leaves
of
them up to 3
opportunity.
attacks of opportunity. So roll the attack for the wolf, please.
Yes. Alright, d20 plus.
Your big white fuzzy boy has been bloodied, but he ain't down yet.
And don't forget he gets advantage. It doesn't matter, he hit anyhow. Wait, why is it plus 7?
Oh, I must have hit the button wrong.
I mean, you still hit anyhow because you rolled an 18, but
Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to be plus 4. My contacts are.
Yeah, that's
right now.
that's
22.
22 still hits. That's way above their armor class.
So it's 2d4 plus 2. Oh, there we go. 9 damage.
9 damage to this person so far. Was or actually, no, we keep picking the wrong person. That's right.
If you're talking,
yeah, you're right.
Never
if you're
mind.
talking this
Yeah,
one, then there's no attacks. because
yeah,
he's
that
not-
one just
not in melee.
bolts.
We'll save that attack if we need it later.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
But I was
sorry. I keep
thinking
looking
it
at the wrong one.
I was thinking maybe they should have jumped off the cliff, but yeah, I don't
So
know.
is this the one by me or the one down by you?
Down at
This
the bottom.
one is now the one
this
next to
one.
you. He has
Yeah,
to roll to
so-
see if they recover yet. I think
Just
they just
barely.
recovered. Yeah.
Just barely, yeah.
Stops hacking up a lung, walks out here to get out of the cloud finally. Actually, no, that's still in the cloud. Down here. And now has to roll to see if they're smart enough to run away. They're smart enough to look at the corpses and go, nope! But you get attack of opportunity. I don't think it's going to kill him, though. You only get one shot. Not unless you crit. Nope. Takes 12 damage.
And he's just gonna run off the map.
Basically, he's just going to run off the map. Yeah, he's not as dumb as
Well,
the
I
other
can
guy
tell you
was.
my next action is following him off the map.
5, 10, so he wastes... yeah, he wasted 10 feet, so he's only got 50 feet he can run. So if you want to try that, actually we'll do it this way. 5,
Actually, you could shoot at him with a bow.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, just to give an example of how far away he ran.
You're just gonna do that to use that as an idea instead of having to keep track of what's going on off the map.
Basically, yeah.
He's gonna pretend he ran the other way.
Here's the thing. I'm a barbarian.
Oh, that's right, you're a crazy barbarian, you got even more run speed than he does.
Yes, I do.
You can run straight back into melee range.
I keep forgetting how crazy barbarian run speed is. Anyway.
Oh, you think that's bad? Make it to Baxi Barbarian.
Or a centaur barbarian.
No, Tabaxi has a special ability where
Plus
they get
sneak
to,
attack
for 1 round, triple
damage.
their move speed.
Hits, but does the most minimal amount damage. Can sneak attacks for the most minimal amount damage. Hits a coughing man for 6 damage.
Should we just count that wolf attack from earlier?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Instead
auto
of
attack. I'm gonna auto count that wolf attack from earlier since that was pretty decent.
9
So your
damage.
wolf already does 9 damage to the guy in front of him,
Alright, so I'm gonna do
and it is your turn otherwise.
I'm gonna do a level 2 magic missile, which means 2 magic missiles for each person.
All right. So 2d4 plus 2.
Set it on the sheet. And... Did I do that right?
Yep,
Looks
we
like
just
it, yep.
rolled shit.
Yeah, rolled for junk, but yeah, you did
Oh!
got 4
Yeah.
damage on him.
Snake eyes.
What is with the damage?
Wow,
20.
everyone is rolling suck. It's like either rolling ones or rolling twos. Woof. This one's hacking up a lung and is going to try to recover, and recovers. Let's see if they roll dumb. They roll run away. All right,
Yeah.
now everybody gets attack of opportunity as they run out of that spot. So roll for the wolf again.
I'm curious.
Actually,
This
does the
Does the spirit weapon get an attack?
yeah,
of
does the spirit
opportunity?
weapon get attack of opportunity? Because I think it does. Because it attacks on its own. It just requires movement for
No.
bonus action. Nope, that misses. I'm gonna say that a spirit weapon should be able to attack because it doesn't need a bonus action to attack. It just needs it to move.
You should probably roll for yourself first.
swing.
No. Spiritual weapons can't make opportunity attacks.
Oh, they can't? Okay.
No, because they're technically the will of the caster.
Weapon can take... Choose.
You still got to roll an attack of opportunity for Giselle, though.
Yeah.
And even if it could, it missed. So
Yeah. Nope.
It's like,
Everybody just flailed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, just keeps running to the other side of the cloud, just like this other one.
Geralt might have to switch to his crossbow because I don't think he wants to run into the poison.
Remember, the attacks of a spiritual weapon technically are the bonus action of the other character.
No, it's only movement. It only requires the bonus action of its spellcaster for movement.
Actually, now I look at it, it says as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon and repeat the attack. So actually, the attack itself is bonus action as well.
Oh.
I misread it before. Technically, when you used healing word, it shouldn't have been able to attack, but that was like quite a while ago, so we can't really undo it.
Yeah,
now.
I can't really undo it, and didn't really matter that much anyway.
D&D is sometimes a learning experience.
Well, anyway.
I
Geralt,
believe
yeah,
it's
speaking of
also a
which...
It's also a concentration spell, isn't it? I think so.
No, it just says it lasts for a minute. Doesn't say
Duration 1
anything
minute,
about
yeah.
concentration.
No, it's not concentration. You call to your patron deity and it makes a holy weapon that's semi-sentient to you.
yeah, I forgot all about that.
Geralt... Yeah, he can't just run after them, so he's going to drop his maul and pull out the heavy crossbow and make a quick shot. Nope. And actually, he shouldn't have gotten that either because that's a finesse weapon, not a strength weapon. But yeah.
So one thing I gotta point out, you can only make one attack of opportunity for turn, right?
Yeah, only one.
So
Unless
if
you've got
this-
like a specific feat or something that allows it.
So if this one runs away, only Theobald can attack of opportunity.
Yep.
And that's not going to do anything. Because Theobald can't hit squat.
Doesn't matter. He's not. That person's not running. They're still caught hacking up along. Xena.
Where are you going? Come back! Oh wait, I don't. Oh no, I do still have a second level spell. I guess I'm gonna shatter their bones.
How far away
On
can that
these
reach? 60 feet.
assholes.
Oh, that hits them. Yeah.
Let's see if they can Constitution save this.
Oh, I doubt it. 15 damage. Oh yeah, you're definitely taking down one of them if they miss, because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna get the Constitution. Rolling. Missed.
Nope.
Died. Missed. Got injured. Failed. Died. And failed. Got injured. Negative 15. They're barely holding on to their life and still running. The other one got perished.
The best part is he's gonna have to save against the stinking cloud again when he gets his
No,
turn.
they're at the map limit. They're past the map, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you were able to. I believe that was still an area effect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How
Yeah, it
big?
was a
10-foot
60.
radius? Yeah, that still hit them. You could cast it right behind them and still got both of them. All right, that's your turn.
All right.
Oh, that
Valona,
son
your
of a
turn.
bitch. That poor son of a bitch.
Leap!
Why would you leap? You're not actually jumping off a cliff.
Oh, is that? I thought that was a cliff.
No, because he's saying that they ran the other way, but he doesn't have a map for that, so he
Yeah,
pushed them that
you're
way.
actually not running off the
Oh.
cliff. You're
You're,
running,
you're,
technically
you're just
running the
running
other
across
direction.
straight plains to catch up to him.
Okay, so I'm running across straight plains.
Smacky, smacky.
And I'm still raging.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Well, I think the combination of the first two, the first two just outright murdered him. You
And just
smacked
hit him
off an
again the
arm, you
third time for
crushed
good
his
measure.
rib cage, and then you just bludgeoned his head like a melon into the ground. For fun. Alright, Theobald's turn. He can't step forward because that would probably get him into the cloud.
Right.
So he's just gonna have to deal with fighting this person and sending his weapon after them as well. Actually, how far can his weapon travel?
Actually, I had a thought though. Is I think Stinking Cloud's a constant. I think I can end that whenever I want.
Although that would automatically free the person that's in it still. But that's up to you. That's only one person.
Concentration up to 1 minute. How does concentration work again? Actually,
Basically, you can just drop concentration and spells automatically just stop.
Yeah, it's basically you can let them last the duration. You can choose to end it, or if you take damage, you have to make a roll to make sure you keep concentration. That's basically the three things about concentration.
yeah. So they got a while before they take their turn. So I'm gonna say I just dropped concentration on that.
All right.
Or wait, where are they on the chart? I don't see that.
Here.
There they are. Never mind. Yeah, they got quite a few turns, so I'm going to say I dropped concentration on it on my turn
So that he
because
can
I
go right
realized
after them.
I realized the majority, the other two had gotten past it, so I just dropped it.
30. So if he stops at his full normal movement, he's still about 30 feet behind them. So actually, let's make a better representation of this. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, the
7,
sword can't reach them because that
30.
doesn't have enough movement speed.
10,
But he could still he could use his sling.
30. Yeah, he can still use his sling. And he moved the sword to behind the other person to keep them there.
Yeah.
To
And
attack,
I'm assuming he's gonna
and then
attack
he's
him.
going to use his normal attack to go after the other person. So first things first. Not Garoth. Theobald.
You actually didn't take the one Thelona killed off the map.
Oh, yeah, I'll take care of him in a minute.
And we're way past our usual stop time.
Yeah, that happens with combat. I'm going to allow this to end combat. I planned a big fight for you all.
This is not the longest combat
Nope.
I've ever had.
No, because this is not as long as our freaking ship combat we had that one time.
That literally
Because that
started
literally
from the very
took
beginning.
2 whole sessions.
Yeah, that started at the beginning and end of one session and ran an entire next session.
I had an entire dungeon that turned into a giant rolling battle.
That hit. Not much damage, but that hit. 2. Yup, pain. And it's their turn to run. There's no reason not to run more chicken shit. 10, 15,
Is he running full
30, 35, 40,
full
45,
force
50,
though?
60. Yes, he is, and that means that by this time he's probably got second exhaustion now.
Yes. Now he's not going to be able to do that anymore, and he's going to run at half speed.
So then he'll be running at normal movement after this.
No, I mean he can't sprint. He'd be running at 15 after this because he pooped himself.
he can't sprint, and they have to walk at 15 now.
Yeah, because to get exhausted more than that, he'd have to take it from something else because you can't just sprint when you're out of juice. It's like he'd have to be like dehydrated too to get.
Okay,
exhausted
Giselle's turn, stabbing the person in front of her. And if she manages to hit, she gets sneak attack bonus.
We didn't manage to hit though.
The heck? Why did it do a second bloop on my end? Whatever. No, that did not hit.
I think we are going to have to accept that one got away though because he's too far away.
I'm not done.
But you do realize that you actually are technically not. You're technically like over twice as far away from him as I am because of Matt's just using the map in a weird way because he has
Yeah,
to.
I'm basically bending time and space in order to describe how far away this person is. First, Randy, you would have to run back to the map, all the way back to here. Then you'd have to run all the way from there down to here to the very bottom, and then proceed this way, and then back up that way. I'm trying to use the map as best I can, given the small amount of space I'm given.
I know where I am.
But yeah,
well,
it's not impossible to catch up.
yeah.
Matter of fact, Theobald could technically catch up if he did a sprint now and then stop for a moment, just fire. All right,
Well,
Valina.
he couldn't fire and sprint in the same turn, but he.
I
No.
have an idea. I just want to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
He'd close the gap, and the guy kind of pooped himself out under the assumption we'd give up.
I assume they're all out of the range. I'm assuming they're all out of the range of magic missile.
Well, there's still that one in front of Giselle that's alive.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, and I wanted to try this all game. I'm going to use a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Vampiric Touch.
Oh,
What
that
touch?
one. Vampiric
Vampiric.
touch.
Oh, vampiric touch. Oh boy.
This.
10 to hit. Is that what that has to hit their AC?
Yeah, you missed.
Yeah, that's a miss. Yeah, 3 plus 3, that's 6. Plus the 4 is 10. Everybody, like half this team is rolling all the sucky to hit to die.
The sad thing is
Or
that
the
would have been a
sucky
ton of
damage. And it would have
that
been
would've
good
been a
damage
ton
if
of
he could have
damage.
hit, yeah.
Yeah.
It repeats on every turn.
10, 15, 20.
Oh yeah,
25,
yeah. The
30,
thing is, that doesn't. I don't think it counts as
40,
being consumed until he actually hits
50.
with it.
50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. This is
Oh,
his
he's
first.
running
This is
after
his
him.
first turn sprinting. And he's trying to catch up. Yep.
Wait, my wolf gets to go.
Yes, your wolf can go. How far can he run?
I think he's gonna attack.
Or
the
you
one
just
in
want to
front of him.
attack?
And just stack the guy.
Just attack. All right.
Uh,
No.
14.
That would have been a 14.
On a 14, their armor is 15. Speaking of which, this person is no longer under the gas. They roll. They roll for run. All right, everybody in melee range gets to have an attack. It's not gonna roll stupid, so it's not gonna try to go around Azina to get by. So Azina is the only one that doesn't get attack of opportunity.
I'm thinking of that one guy from Z Basher's video. What did a mage do with a reaction? Attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity did 1 damage.
Oh my god.
Crack.
Wow. Wait, your strength is so bad. Wait, shouldn't that that should have been a 2 damage because that's a +1 staff.
Oh,
The damage bonus is not in that roll, so that should have been 2 damage.
That's weird, but okay. You have a +1 bonus to attack damage rolls made with this weapon. Yeah, it didn't count that in for some reason automatically.
Yeah, if he entered that thing manually instead of dragging and dropping one from the compendium, he might have made a mistake in putting the information in.
That's a possibility.
So that should have been it too.
Yep, I added the extra -1.
he's got a bigger lump on his head than he did before.
Double the lumps. Your wolf also gets an attack of opportunity. Yes, does Giselle. Rapier stabby. Does it hit?
Yep.
The rapier hits, and the wolf sadly does not. But stabby with sneak attack. I believe she gets sneak attack on this, or is it just straight up roll?
Because I think that's on any attack roll.
I don't know if it's opportunity
Strike
attacks.
subtly once per turn. Her turn does not come back around, so it's technically she's allowed it just this once. Since she has not been able to roll for a sneak attack yet, so she does get a bonus 5 damage. Which brings that to a grand total of -10. They yelp and manage to get away, but that's all they get away with. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
About you, and you put a lump on my head.
Yeah, if they run one more turn, they also get a second stack of exhaustion and won't be able to do more than 15 feet at a time.
Question. Oh,
This is funny now because we're just at the point where we're just mercilessly running after these
mercilessly murder hoboing these poor people.
I don't like slavers.
I don't
That's
either.
true. There's plenty of reason to murder hobo these people.
You realize the only spell slots I have left are my level 1s because I haven't used any of them because none of them are attacks.
Azina, it's your turn.
Yes, I know it's my turn.
30, and you can run an additional 30 yet if you need to.
I'm not going to do because they're technically they should be within 60 feet now, right?
Yep, that one is. 2 psychic damage, unless they can do a saving throw against 13 wisdom. I don't think their wisdom's very high either. Their wisdom actually is a +2. What the hell?
I really
need to double check what these things roll because that was some stupid rolls.
Random rolled them, yeah.
I need to double check what they rolled for these stats because some of these stats were stupid.
That's why there's a lot of standard blocks of enemies in the master manual for you to use that are normal humans, so you don't have.
The thing is that a lot of them are lower level than these guys, though, too, at the same time. So it's like,
then you just raise their level and hit points.
But anyhow,
yeah, wisdom roll 1d20 plus 2, 4. Smack.
2 psychic damage.
2 psychic damage. Ah, my brain hurt.
Now have a disadvantage on their next attack roll. Not that they're likely to make one. Although Geralt is really close to that one.
-2. Geralt is trying to chase after the far one. Geralt's got
but that one
additional-
just ran past him.
My brain hurts and I got a lump on my head.
Actually, Geralt can run up to that one, smack it once, and then keep running to chase after the other one. And that'll be enough to catch up because the other one can only run 15 while he can keep walking at 30 per round. Alright. Thelona. I assume you're going to try running back?
Not necessarily. Well, I might start that way, but I'd like to make an animal handling check.
Oh, the horse is still there.
Trying to bring the horse to you, I take it?
Try to whistle for my horse, yes.
Alright.
This is a trained horse, so you say I have advantage.
Yep, this is a trained horse, so you get advantage because it's much easier to control. Lucky on that advantage. Oh, no, wait, that was rolled with advantage. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, the horse is looking at you confused.
Alright, then I'm going to have to start running for the horse.
Alright, yeah, you can run a full 80, which I believe gets you...
I don't think you need... Yeah, actually probably does need to.
40, which gets you here.
My horse was about there, more or less.
Yeah, so he wouldn't need to sprint. He just needed to do that and use his action to get on the horse.
Yeah, and then the horse could run you even further.
And then the
horse...
horse...
I was going to say, the horse would have to be on his next turn, I think, because I don't think you can... It'd be like taking 2 turns if you ran to the horse, then got on the horse, and then ran some more.
I can see where that would work both ways, to be honest, because the horse is its own action, technically, but it does run under the Thelona's turn, so... yeah, I guess you can at least get there and mount the horse again.
Okay.
We'll give you at least that much. You're mounted again, so you got the better running speed now.
Next turn, I can take off at 120 feet, yeah.
Theobald's turn.
Well, yeah. The fact that we ran into slavers is probably the one thing Azino likes less than evil pirates.
Actually, he doesn't even need to run, at least not very far.
He just wants a slingshot. He can just move up and just chuck a stone.
Yeah, he can run here. Not even run. He can move to there. Toss an attack, and the next turn they're going to try running again, probably, because they're still trying to cast chicken shit, but they're about to become exhausted.
Well, the far one's already exhausted.
The far one is already exhausted, but this one that's closer to him is about to become exhausted as well. If they do one more run of heavy running.
So they're pretty much just hoping that we'll give up.
They are, but you guys are more rested than they are when it comes to running, so they're barking up a wrong tree.
Yeah. And we realized that they're slavers, so we're not letting them live.
Murder, hobo, murder.
Which one did he hit? That had to have been the closer one, I think.
He's down to 2 hit points, panting and huffing.
Which one?
That one.
Okay.
That one gets to only move 15 feet. 5, 10, 15.
Leave me alone! My tendons weren't prepared for this.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Pretty sure she can archery shot one of them.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm double checking how far she has to aim for to hit this guy. Only 45. I think she can hit 50 without negatives, correct?
Well, what's it say on the bow? Because she's got a short bow instead of a long bow. 80.
80, so yeah.
feet.
Twang! That hits. 7 damage. Bolt. Yeah, you see the arrow go right through the back of their heads, right through the eye socket, and just immediately tumble over.
One of them down.
One of them down. Only one left.
I kind of
Elena.
want to torch. I kind of want to torture the remaining one.
About 70 feet away, so level 2 magic missile on him.
70
I don't think
feet.
he's.
Let me
I don't
double
think
check
he's
that. I think you might have to move first.
Yeah, I think you got to get near the bottom
30.
first.
Oh, good thing I'm still on my horse. I never left my horse.
That's true. You how far can horses run? 40 or was it 50?
60.
It's 60.
60.
60.
30. You can literally catch up to these two.
So yeah, so I didn't realize that Belena's just been spellcasting from horseback the whole time.
And let's see here. 45, 50, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Oh! It's just shy. Actually, I'm going to say, since
The
we're
magic
being very
missile
vague
has
about this.
120 feet.
Huh? Oh, it's 120 feet?
Yeah.
The magic missile's got absurd range. I remember that even in the video games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's put you right here still, so you're caught up. And 50 and 100 and what now?
20.
50. Yeah, it doesn't even hit 100 there. All of them blast on him.
Magic missile. No, that's a level 1 magic.
If you're using a level 1, that's 3d4
No,
plus 3?
He's not using a level 1. He's using a level 2. He said, but he was trying to.
4d4 plus 4, if I'm not mistaken.
19 damage.
You watch as the bolts ripple off into the sky. A second later, you see them waving, zigzagging back down to the earth as they target a single person on the horizon, and you just literally see them explode.
You just see him run away, and you hear this.
You just hear this distant,
Chungus.
as you just see red chunks fly everywhere. They had 9
Are
hit
they-
points left.
Are any of these guys identifiable now to see where they came from?
Yeah,
It does not take much to look at them. You can look them over, and you can, even though you're not really streetwise about it, Elena, you can tell that these are from like the slavers that are like to the west and to the south of where your home is. Cause Hyborian slavers are very bloody common. Even though you've never really seen many of them up close and personal before, you can tell what they are just by looking at them.
So the body's got anything on them?
All of them have
Looked at
long
them.
swords. They all have now varying levels of busted up armor.
Armor.
And let
Flying
me double check.
pouches.
What was the other weapon they had? They all had long swords.
They all had
and-
nets. The nets might actually be useful.
Oh yeah, all of them have. At least a good portion of them have nets still. I'm trying to think. There's like 12 of them, so yeah, I'd say there's at least another 5. Actually, no, you didn't rip that one, so there's still 6 whole nets.
I was gonna say, why don't you just give us the experience amount, and we can deal with everything else next time. Because
Yeah, I
all
can
it is-
calculate out the amount of gear you get. And the other thing is they have lances, which they never used. They didn't need to, or at least they thought they didn't need to. They should have probably gone to those quickly, cause yikes. They would have been able to do 2d12 instead of 1d8. I just realized.
We're just sell. Oh no, Garoth got hit. And so did Thelona. More
It
people
was.
got hit
It
than I
would have been
thought.
the same to hit, but they would have possibly done more damage.
You know what it is I forgot how many people got hit because we got hit in the beginning of the fight, and then I just shut the whole battle down.
Just started making everyone gag. So yeah, you finally get the couple stray runners back over towards where you were ambushed and gather them up to loot them.
I think the nets are worth keeping at least. Maybe the
The
weapons might be
nets
worth
can be
selling.
definitely useful for especially inhibiting people attacking you.
Or for hunting.
Also possible for hunting, because I believe small and medium-sized creatures are affected by them.
Especially,
by normal-sized nets.
yeah, especially if you wanted to catch an animal alive for some reason, that'd be useful.
Or capture a slaver, which would be just karma.
Guess what, slaver? Nah, you're the slave. Shine my boats.
Shot my boots or I punch out your eye.
Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't the Exiled Lands. We don't have the Wheel of Pain.
But how much experience do we get for these guys?
How much experience indeed. Let me go back over here. So there's 12 of them.
And we killed every single one. We didn't let any of them escape.
You let 0 live, which means you get the full... Let's see here. That was a challenge rating of 3 on these guys. 700 XP each. So 7 times 12.
7 times 12.
Kill 12 of them.
60, 72, 84.
8.
So 8,400.
Yeah, 8,400 experience.
In total or each?
That's the entire group XP for them, murdering the hell out of them. Do we split that? I keep forgetting.
You have never had us split it since we started. I mean, that's kind of like a thing the DM normally decides before the campaign starts.
That's actually quite a fair amount of experience. These guys were worth a lot more than those pirates were. I think this makes up for the pirates.
These guys would have been a much bigger fight if I hadn't fucked them up with my spells.
That's very true. They were not prepared for magic again. I need to throw in some more magic users for these groups. You're messing them up pretty bad. They're probably getting worried by now that there's this weird group of ragamuffins with magic users, and they're fucking up everybody's shit, and they're just like, fuck that. More magic users in our groups. Now go.
But sir, we don't believe in magic. It's evil. Too bad.
Too bad. Make a deal with a warlock or something. Get out of my face.
So it makes me a level 5 bard now. Not level 5, level 6. Derp.
So that's 8,400. Yeah, I was gonna say, level 5.
I'm almost level 7 because of how much experience those guys gave us.
10, 11.
Yeah, that's going to be
7. So 5, that's 11, 12, 13.
2,000? Is that what you got?
I got 22,300-ish.
I'm at 22. Yeah, 22. Well, I'm at 22,020.
I was at 2270. So.
Yeah, and you're 50 ahead of us because you killed that wolf by yourself. Like there wasn't anyone else there. Oh, you got to click the pencil before you can change the level.
I hadn't even tried to. I was just adding the XP. So it's Barbarian 6.
I guess I might as well roll for HP right now. I got
might as well while I can monitor, make sure everything's running smoothly.
So I get 1d8 plus 3 because of my toughness feat.
Oh,
I got +1 from Constitution and +2 from the toughness. So 11. Holy fuck! I rolled max.
Holy cow!
I got 54 HP now.
Welcome to the high rollers.
What is the command to do a manual roll like that?
/roll, and then you got to type space, and then the one die,
The
and then
the 1d8
bonus.
plus 3.
You might have more than the +3. I don't know what your Constitution is.
Oh, I see. It's
1
Yeah,
by
it kinda
12
sucked
plus
for me.
4.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
so it's 9.
The risk we
You're
take.
still the highest though because you were already so far ahead of everybody.
Yeah, I got really sweet when I rolled the initial XP.
That puts you at 81.
Gosh, I see the screen.
I'm gonna have to
86.
decide on my something I wanted to check. I need to open the player's handbook. I need that PDF open so I can check things.
Well, while everyone's doing their level ups, thank you everybody for watching. We're going to end the stream here. Thanks again, and we'll see you all next time. Have a good night.
Yeah.